Alrighty, ladies and gentle ladies, we are ready to go. Woo! Anyway, alrighty. Anyway, ugh, God fucking damn. Go damn. Go damn. Farting on my roommate's door. Go damn. Anyway, EA Sports. Send the gay. Anyway. Alright, ladies and gentle ladies. Let's see who is here today. Let's find out, shall we? Oops, didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry. I'm a very gassy person today, but I think that is okay. Ba-dum bum bum, ba-dum bum bum. Ba-dum bum bum. Ba-da-ba-ba. I'm also very energized today, so no need for coffee today. Don't you wish your girlfriend was fun like me? Don't ya? Don't ya, baby? Don't ya? Don't ya? Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was fun like me? Don't ya? Don't you, baby? Don't ya? Don't ya? Something about a big bad bitch. Something about a big bad bitch. Don't ya? Anyway, alright. Don't ya, baby? Don't you? Don't you wish your girlfriend was what? Like me? You're acting like a toddler after Halloween, Lamau. I really am. I'm very, very, except for swearing, obviously. Toddlers don't swear. Well, wait, do they? Anyway, going back to the, hold on. I'm going to actually... Hold on. Oops, hold on. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Is it done here? Oh yeah. By the way, quite a few artists are now starting to do exactly what I was doing. So, unfortunately, now what I am doing is not as unique anymore. Unfortunately. A lot of people, kind of caught on that, you know, a lot of people kind of caught on. It was like, wait, if I actually draw people for free, I can draw whatever I want. And now all of a sudden, everybody's doing it now. So, not everybody, but there's a lot of people that like all of a sudden randomly like I was looking for that to see it's like, okay, are people drawing people's OCs for free, right? And lately, what do you call it? And the answer was no. It wasn't. That wasn't a common thing. And then all of a sudden, when it started happening, how'd you say it? Hold on one sec. Um, yeah, I don't know. People started. Sorry, I'm still just. I should have actually turned on the text to speech first. Sorry, a moment. Hold on. Let me turn on text to speech first. Hold up. Hold up. Burn, 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 burn. Yeah. Turns out apparently, if you actually get vitamin D, you actually are very energized. I've been lacking vitamin D this entire time, and now I have a shitload more energy. And I also don't feel like my arms are gonna break every 2 seconds. So, yeah. You weirdly have way more energy when you have vitamin D. Crazy, huh? uh, okay. Y'all should be able to speak now, Mossy. Sorry, then people will say you're copying popular content creators. Everybody says that shit all the time, though. That's nothing new. The difference is, I don't think I really give a shit about what people on the internet think anymore. Maybe, I don't know, just people on social media now just kind of are dumbasses. I don't mean, like, look, I don't mean to be that way, but man, people are just fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, I said an audition for a show. Voice acting. TBH, I don't really think I'll get the character. I'll wait for September 17th though, cause then there will characters to voice act.
Ooh.
Hey. More.
Ooh. Good to know. Oh yeah, also I need to check my status on the sweepstake thing and see if that actually ended up working out. I think I may have lost the sweepstakes. Yeah, I didn't get anything, so...
Hi.
Hi, how you doing? Good job there. Hi, how you doing? How was work? How was errands? How was your day in general? Hope it's doing well for you. Yeah, okay. So, I think I may have...
I had 30 XP type shit and now I have 545.
God damn.
I am doing good at the moment.
That's pretty amazing.
Remember the girl? Yeah, she's following me.
Which one? Sorry, you might have to re-describe it to me. I actually wonder...
Girl, we've been knowing how to draw.
Beatboxing puppy.
Huh?
Puppy.
Beatboxing puppy. Anybody on YouTube? Or is it all Twitch? I know it's you. There's some of y'all on YouTube. Okay. Damn it, dude. What the fuck? I keep, like, coughing lately, and I'm like, I swear I'm not, like... Well, I'm not sick anymore, but... Yet, like... Still feels like it. Wait. What the hell? Wait. This dude's already a YouTuber. What the fuck? Wait, what?
When I went to my homie house. Color, you are bald.
Yes, I am. That is true. I am very bald. That is true. I am a balding man. I'm not fully bald, I'm just balding. You know. Almost there, you know. I still have a lot of hair, but, you know, it's receding.
I meant your PNG.
My PNG? What do you mean my PNG? He's not bald. Oh, you're right, I'm missing the little dudes. Wait, I don't have them anymore. Oh no.
Where's the dancing plants?
Yeah, the dancing phones characters.
May your health improve and your lungs work properly. Big for ya.
Well, my health... it's cystic fibrosis, I don't... That's cystic fibrosis. That's not a thing that will ever go away. I mean, that's the thing that will kill me, you know, but being sick in general, yes.
I don't give a fuck that you're balding.
I don't give a fuck that you're balding. Yeah, it is what it is. Oh,
You're PNG though. I do.
Well, he's not bald, he just has... He's not bald, he just had, like, how do you say it? I don't have the little creatures anymore. I don't know what happened to Phones' children. Quick, somebody else make, you know, how about this? If anybody has any more little dancing dudes, I'll put them on my head. Because Phones hasn't been here in a while anyway, so... To be honest, I'd rather give someone else a chance anyway. So... We just need something just as iconic, though. I just like the little dudes. Yeah. Make whatever you want. Just make sure they're small, you know? Okay, so...
Zen, do you know Deku? It's a she.
Do I know Deku? It's a she? What? I'm so confused.
She's
Okay.
a girl.
She's
Oh, I know what to make.
okay. Hmm. Okay, never mind. This guy isn't a normal YouTuber. Okay, so this guy's just never had a YouTube channel either. Okay, never mind. He won. Alright, cool. Good on this guy. Sorry, I was looking at the sweepstakes thing that I entered. It turns out I lost. Oh well, it is what it is. This guy also doesn't seem to have much. He doesn't have anything, honestly. He just
Can you draw me? Wait.
yeah, interesting. Well, good on this guy. Congrats. Hold on. Let me congratulate this guy. Hold on. 1 second. Let me retweet this real quick. Say one, find it low-key suspicious that the guy who won, congrats by the way, and after only 15 minutes they have a picture of him and know his job and title, so it feels like when it was queued. They had a fucking month, dude. Like, they had a month to draw the winner. Like, what? Bro, like, I love how they're like, I love how this guy immediately is like, oh, it's kind of a little suspicious that this guy won so quickly. I'm like, they had a month to pick someone. It's like, of course they had this dude. Like, of course they had the time. They probably messaged him. They said that, what, it was September, or not September. They said it was like, what, August something? August 29th or some shit that they were picking a winner. So, I mean, you know, email the dude in 2 days. You know? There you go, he won. Anyway, hold on, let me congratulate this guy. Hold on. Hold on, actually, you know what? No. I need to do this in my own way. Hold on 1 sec. Congratulations.
Here.
Smash Bros Melee. Hold on. I'm gonna send this guy like a freaking
Now draw me.
what? What are you talking about, Terrence? Oh yeah, right. Forgot about it's like a little movie thing. And he goes, congratulations. Yeah, I guess I... Hmm. Hold on 1 sec.
Zen, you still here?
Hold on.
Yes. I'm gonna make a kinger to go on your head.
Kinger?
Oh.
That's funny.
I just don't talk much.
You're good. Okay. Anyway, it's not much actually in discussion today. Sorry. Just had to...
Can you draw me? Zen.
Alright. Alrighty. Ladies and gentle ladies. we will be. All right. Ah, God damn. We'll start the playlist like usual. We will go from there. Man, there is no one that's attending today. It is wild. Many people have shown up like at stream lately, but it's okay. It's fine. I don't really care about that. I got at least 2 of y'all. That is a-okay with me.
My name is Mona Lisa.
Fuck. Name is Mona Lisa. Congrats on being the Mona Lisa. I just recognized I recognize your profile picture is the Mona Lisa. Did you just change that, like, right now? It's very funny. Wait. Hold on. Mussy, you still here? Oh yeah, you're still here. Yeah, that's right. You're drawing the Kinger thing. Okay. Anywho.
Wait, Mossy Worm, can you say hi to him?
Say hi to who? Mussy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, I'm gonna actually do something real quick. Wait. What happened? Where is the...
He 8th.
Hold on, sorry. I just need to check something. So I thought I do. When? Wait. Oh, I accidentally put
Why
it...
you not on a...
I put it on... I accidentally put it on the 7th. Why did I put it on the 7th?
HEO, I made it.
7th. Hi, how you doing, Infamous? How was your day? How was school?
Hi.
How was work? If you know, how's work? How was your day in general? Hope it went well for you. Sorry, hold on. I need to...
Smiley face.
Okay. Oh yeah, forget that the thumb... Damn it! Hit the thumbnail is, how you say it? Forget the thumbnail is different. Why the fuck am I coughing so much? I shouldn't
Hop
be.
Deku not here.
Deku.
List a softball game 20-8, but that is way guy better than we usually do.
God damn. Jeez Louise, holy shit. You guys got that. That must have been... Okay, that's definitely one of the... You lost definitely to one of those teams that,
Terrence,
like...
I'm not on YouTube cause I don't want to be on YouTube. Twitch is better quality in my opinion. Why are you asking?
What do you call it? Yeah, that... Usually, you had to go against one of those teams that, like... You had to go against one of those teams that had to do, like, some crazy shit in order to, like, how do you say it? Yeah, you had to go against one of those teams that are like one of those super elite teams that clearly like are like that their parents like pay like shitloads of money to the team for so they can just like fucking, you know, like yell at their kids for not being professional baseball players, that kind of shit. Our defense, it was a public school. Oh. Huh. Never mind then. I don't know. I was about to say, I thought it was just like one of those, how do you say it? I thought it was one of those like really huge freaking, I thought it was one of those huge freaking, I thought it was just one of those teams that like, that the players were like really fucking tall and like way too big and then like obviously we're one of those like prestigious schools.
I play basketball.
Fair enough. Yeah, but like in basketball, you're supposed to be tall. Like, I mean like the ones where they're fucking like units, and it's like clearly
Okay,
unfair.
good night.
All right, you have a good night, son. Appreciate you hopping on by for a bit. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and our pitcher
Stop
isn't the greatest.
doing that.
Chicken
No,
Curry
don't.
23 just subscribed for 2 months in a row.
Bro. Jesus Christ! Oh,
What
God
time is it
damn
for
it!
you?
Fuck!
I am back.
Yeah, you made your presence noticed. Thank Jesus Christ. Yeah, giving me a freaking heart attack. God damn it, man. Wasting your fucking money like usual.
Hey, Chicken N.
But I pay Amazon Prime. Yeah, well, you could have fucking used it on somebody that actually Could have used it on someone that actually probably provides real entertainment. Not my stupid ass. Anyway, okay. What the hell? Hey, what? Wait. I changed the date and everything. Why is it? Huh? Excuse me? No, I want it to be at that time. What? It won't change the date?
Pee and soap dispenser?
No, Tech. Hi, Tech. How you doing? Aren't you supposed to be streaming right now? Don't you usually stream at this time? What you doing in my stream, huh? Seems like someone's supposed to be also
I
streaming.
work in morning.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. I forgot your time zone is completely different. I definitely have a completely different time zone compared to everyone else, so that makes complete sense. So, okay, what in the hell is going on?
Moss I worm you here.
Oh, I have to like do it days ahead of time now? That's kind of stupid. What do I have
I
to...
streamed last night.
That's fair enough. Last night I gave you my heart.
Oh, I don't know why my school thought it was a good idea, but we get to play at minor league stadium thing.
Ooh, you guys get to play at a full stadium. Well, that's exciting.
WWE gonna lose 3.
Yeah, that's okay. Honestly, anybody that plays like freaking that plays those giant freaking like or that plays at those like super professional places, usually a lot of times there's always at least a few teams that get freaking steamrolled because obviously there's like those teams that just are
Oh, I have the
way
same
too
time zone as you,
roided
Kohler,
up.
I think. It's 11:23 RN for me. PM.
My thing is being weird. There we go. Okay. Sorry. My YouTube was being weird. I was supposed to have a video that I was supposed to post today. Why do you have a hammer to my face? What did I do to you? Yeah, I was
It's
originally
1:24 AM.
I was originally supposed to have like a video that was supposed to be posted today, but it didn't. But for some odd reason, it didn't like post automatically, so I have to wait again because it's a little late for it. Well, it's about the average time that I usually do everything. I guess I could. I don't know. Last Christmas I gave you my heart. Man, dude. Holy fuck, man. Sorry, I'm just like every time I go to my freaking YouTube studio, like my fucking like people just really like hate my fucking videos.
Okay, bye fam. Remember, we are not human, we are horses, and hoses are.
Horses and hoses. That's a interesting thing. Okay.
That's what you mean. Like a pussy.
Cool, thanks. Yeah, no. Oh. I don't know if you did that for the men kissing or if you just called me like a pussy. Both are true, but you know.
Girl, we've been knowing how to draw.
Beatboxing puppy.
Huh?
I'm the beatbox puppy. I know you think it's funny. All the people know they love me. I need some food in my tummy. I'm the beatbox puppy.
Anyway. Okay.
Why is it so long?
Good question.
Me BC, I have to animate the kinger.
Because I'm an idiot, that's why. Because I decided to make it... They haven't abused it that much, so...
Cause it's awesome.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a great that's what she said joke.
Agreed. Okay, anyway. Sorry. Oops. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go get some water real quick, but I am
Someone
going...
say verb.
Okay, I'm gonna
Be-verb.
I'm gonna put on some music real quick. Some queuing music real quick. Hold on. And I'm gonna
W-worder.
Hold on one sec. Oh, motherfucker. Hold on. Damn it. Hold on. Damn it.
Would you care to talk about our Lord and Savior Golden Freddy?
Huh? Golden Freddy? That's... I actually haven't heard somebody say that in a while, so... It actually makes complete sense. Anyway.
Kohler, don't fall asleep this time.
I'm not going to. I'm very energized today, so... Believe me. Okay. Alright. Anyway. I'm gonna go, what do I call it? I'm gonna go, grab some water real quick. I'll be back in a few minutes. Hold on. Let me put on a little timer real quick.
Infamous Will. Oh, I missed my
There we
bus.
go. Okay. What? What do you mean you missed your bus?
Pee and soap dispenser. Oops, well trained. Kohler's gone, everyone set fires. Woola dot nice. Bet.
Fine.
Bet. Three.
Fine. 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 Fine.
Alright, I'm back.
Fine.
Are you guys tired of this song yet? Well,
Burn the chat.
unfortunately I'm not. Why are y'all burning shit? I still love the hell out of this song.
Emotional damage.
Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Do 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 boo. Boo 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 boo. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Ba 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 ba. Ba boo 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 boo. Boo boo do do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Boo 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 boo. Ba 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 ba.
Oh, Kohler, I learned today dogs can burp 3. But do.
Boo 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 boo. Do do boo boo. Boo 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 boo. Boo 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 boo. Boo 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 boo. Boo 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 boo. Boo 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 boo. Boo 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 boo. Anyway, alright. Anyway, enough of that. Alright. I'm sorry, I love that song so much. I learned dogs can burp. Oh yeah, dude. Shoot. If you actually have an English bulldog, yeah, they...
Oh yeah, I've heard my dogs burp. I thought they were gonna throw up.
Oh no, they just... Yeah. I've, what do I call it? If my mother had an English bulldog, man, God, that... Like, I mean, shoot. You want to hear a dog, like you wanted like a gassy animal, yeah, that's a gassy animal. They fart and burp so much. It's like every day you just hear one, like you hear like the and then it will like, and then they would be like, they'll be confused. Yeah, they burp a lot. They like, yeah, I don't know.
Link.
They're very, very sweet animals, but man.
I have a basset hound. He farts and burps. LOL.
Oh yeah, dude. Freaking yeah. Basset hounds too. Yeah, they're very common for being gross. That's the thing is there are like gross, what do I call it? They're like, I mean, that's the thing is they're no
Hello.
yeah, they're very
Flipping is fun.
there is fun things when it comes to, or that's the things with those animals, man. Sorry, I was like inserting something else. And don't take that out of context. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't know, man. There's gross animals, or there's gross animals. Animals like there's like common things that like some animal like that. Even though all
Don't
dogs,
mind me, just gonna post something in the server.
even though all animals like some like animals do a specific thing, there's always types that do it more. I would say that like yeah, like basset hounds is definitely a good one of like a dog that just like farts like a lot and burps a lot. You know,
LOL.
it's really weird. And then there's like, you know, and then
My youngest puppy farts a lot. She is a border collie, pug, and something else I don't remember. But her face is so cute and her farts are farts. Yolu.
wait, sorry. A border collie? Hold on. A pug makes sense. But a border collie being gassy, huh? I didn't think border collies were... Really? I'm kind of surprised. I guess it's the pug part that, like... I mean, obviously, all animals fart, but man... Yeah, it's kind of crazy that they... It's kind of funny that a pug, like... Or it's kind of funny
Right.
that they... It's kind of interesting hearing a border collie, like, farts, like, a lot, you know? I don't... Because here's the thing is, like, when you think I mean, like, fart, I mean they fart a lot, dude. Like, I mean, they're, like... There's, like, animals that are gassy, and then there's animals that are really gassy.
Well, my full breed border collie is not gassy at all.
Oh, okay. Then that makes sense. I was gonna say, I'm kind of surprised.
An animal with a digestive system being capable of farting. Today Elvis, my basset hound, was rolled over on the floor so I can pet him and just let one rip.
Oh, yeah, dude. Shoot. Yeah, that, like I said, with, like, a basset hound, sure. Like, with a basset hound, definitely, I completely understand. Like, my grandmother used to have a basset hound, man, and man, that dog would...
But the youngest is a mix of some gassy
That-
breeds of dogs.
That dog would, like freaking fart so often. Youngest is a mix of some well, yeah, you said it's mixed with a pug, right? So it's like a pug...
Except border collie. Saint Bernards are the worst. Yeah.
Oh, it didn't even show up on screen. That's weird. Usually it shows up on screen.
My floppy farty boy in W.
Oh yeah. There it is.
I didn't let go on screes.
You know what? That's actually one thing I should do. I need to do like
Screen.
I need to do like a Nyan Cat of what do I call it? I need to do a Nyan Cat version of one of you guys' OCs. That would be fun. I always have viewers as like as my emotes, so you know. I love when like fan emotes and shit.
Me do M.
We do them.
See color Nyan Cat. Shocked. Not forcing.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to, what do I call it? I'll do it at one point. Man. I know I should really be finishing Corny Father, but, like, at the same time, I get distracted and I have so many damn ideas. And I'm like, man, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that. It's just, like, the struggle of an artist, man. You want to draw everything all the time. It's like, that. You want to draw all the time. That's just, like, your life, right? You know? Yeah.
OMG
No,
Cat.
no, don't play both! Don't play both! No! Ah! This is chaos! No, don't play it again! Oh my god, it's so loud! Oh, this is chaos. Okay.
LMFAO.
Good lord. Yeah. God damn. It's so loud.
Go make all your ideas real.
Yeah, I
Do
know.
it.
That's the problem is. I know.
Plus.
It's like I just have to. I don't have. I'm still human. I can't. Hi, how you doing? I'm Beckett. How's work? How's errands? How's your day in general? Hope it went well for you. Okay, so it's just me. It's just me, like, singing to the song. Got it. Okay. I was wondering what that was. Alright. Moving on. Okay, ladies and 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 ladies.
Beautiful singing.
It is time. Ah,
On
yes.
ladies.
Yeah. Ladies and ladies. Anyway, alright. Can you tell I'm very energized today? It's rare that you see an old man
I'm
this.
clipping that. Oh, and also ladies.
So, ladies. Alright. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see where we can, just go in, shall we? Let's go to the list.
And ladies.
And ladies, yes, exactly. But don't forget ladies. And also ladies. And also ladies. And also ladies. Anyway. Alright. Alright. Where were we at? AI solutionism. So we're on...
Link KGFS some just color clipped by Chicken Curry 23.
Okay, we're on... This video will change your view
Oh
of
yeah, and ladies as well.
China. Change my view of China. Okay. Alright. Let's go through the playlist, shall we?
Don't worry, it's clipped.
Alright. I don't really have that bad of a view on China in the first place. I honestly think they're a super advanced society.
And ladies.
They just have like some issues with their government, but every freaking place does, But I
Check
don't
out
know.
this clip color storm for streaming just chatting link ladies clipped by M0SSYW0RM.
Okay, I already know what I just did, so that's fine. I can look at that. It's like I know exactly what it is. It's just gonna be me saying ladies and then just like pitching
Double
up my...
frowny face /J.
Yeah, because I'm like, I already know. Okay, ladies and ladies. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I know what I did there. I'm well aware. Alright. Alright, ladies and ladies, and also ladies. Congrats, you're all ladies. Alright.
Is an airport in Beijing capable of serving up to 100.
Sorry, ladies and gentle ladies. There we go. Congrats, you're all ladies now.
No, I am a chicken.
Passengers per year. This is a drop.
You're a lady. Well, chickens are ladies. Roosters are the males.
Delivering food to me in a park in Shenzhen. And this is me
Uh-huh.
in a driverless taxi traveling around Wuhan. This is
Okay.
what a
C Kohler
metro
should have started
station
rapping
looks like
ladies.
in China.
Rapid ladies. Alright. He's just gonna show like basic landscapes of China, huh? I already know China's like super advanced, so I mean,
And this is me relaxing in
Kohler, I have a
first
stream
class
title
in
idea.
Jesus
Whoever watches this is gay.
Whoever watches this is gay. Whoever watches this is gay. I don't know if I can put that on the title of YouTube. I don't know if I'll just like get my freaking channel like nuked. Because I know you like social media websites don't like when you actually like it, they don't like when you actually like try to put more like they don't like titles like that for some odd reason. I don't know why. It's stupid, but they don't like shit like that for some odd reason. Like YouTube and Twitch and
Gay.
freaking, I mean, now considering they're probably like super anti-LGBT and all that shit, they're probably like you know, they follow wherever the money is, and unfortunately, being anti-LGBT is just like profitable
Well, I
right
watched a
now.
stream on YouTube and it was titled that.
Really? Okay, then never mind.
It was 2 days ago.
Then I'm probably not gonna do it on Twitch. I'll just do it on YouTube. Because I don't know, social media websites always follow wherever the money is, and unfortunately, hating the LGBTQ plus community is just profitable right now. LGBT is just like profitable. Yeah, unfortunately, you know. Here, I'll change the title then. Web for watches. This is gay.
Sadness me EP.
Sadness me, EP. Okay.
You've been streaming for 40 minutes already?
That I have, yes.
Kohler, I sent a VID for you to watch in DMS.
Well, don't okay. Alright. I'll add it anyway. Blah, blah. Oh, this is a Hugbees video. I think we watched this before already. Yes, we did watch the Jelly Bean one already.
I'm
Yes.
double gay now.
Yeah, we joke's on you, that makes me double gay. Get out of the way, mortals, I'm off to make abortion legal again. I'm still so proud of that. If you see this, you are gay. Joke's on you, I'm gay. Was already gay. This has made me double gay. I love skeleton memes, man. It's like that's the thing is, I love the stupid skeleton meme BS, man. It's great.
I have to wake up at 6:40
such a
and
good
it's almost 2
format.
for me, so me sorry.
Okay, then go to sleep, Infamous. Jeez. Snooze. Excuse me. Anyway. Why you do this to me? What did I do to you? Alright. Alright. Dude, why is it not? Oh yeah, that's right. It's a color layer, not a
Still working on King BTW.
that is
See Kohler
completely
say
fair.
boop and then he'll disassociate.
Discombobulate. Anyway, alright. Alright.
Quite a lovely journey across China on the largest high-speed.
Yeah, this guy is definitely got some money in China though. Isn't China
Your
like
phone hat.
hold on, wait. Isn't China like okay, hold on. That's what super work. Hi Alex, how you doing? How was work? How was errands? How's your day in general? Yeah, I mean, isn't like the weirdest thing is I want to be like, oh yeah, well this guy's just got like a buttload of money, but I'm like, wait, no, China is communist, or it's a communist country, so technically
Also, I
anybody
left you
could
the frying
ride.
pan, so if I come back, give me a bonk 3.
So I guess anyone could ride like flights like this in China. It's pretty interesting. I don't know. Like I said, I really don't know. Like I don't have like bad perspectives on China. I really like I get that, you know, every freaking country has like the bad part of their government, right? Everybody talks about that shit all the time, but honestly, their people aren't like I don't think their people are starving on the street or anything like that. So I mean, you know, the real estate sucks though, just like ours. So, you know, unfortunately, apparently, like from what I heard, the real estate is like actually doing terrible right now. But I think the reason why their real estate is bad and our real estate is bad is very different, right? You know.
Night.
Also, how you doing, Alex? How was work? How was errands? How's your day in general? Hope it went well for you. All right, you have a good night, Chicken Curry. Appreciate you hopping on by for a bit. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, shoot. Like, I mean, here's the thing is,
I misspelled night and Twitch thought I was racist.
already about misspelled night and it thought you were wait. What? How? Like the KNIGHT? That's
LMAO.
that's a wait, how did you misspell it? Hold on. What? Hold on. Let me see here because hold on. Because this, like recently this year, the amount of
Replaces the H with the G.
the amount of Americans living paycheck to paycheck is like what 62% now. It increased another 2% within like the last like what was it? When was the presidency again? Hold on.
Oh, how do I make the background
Last like
see-through?
3 months
Do you
or
do
some
that?
shit.
I don't know how LOL.
Background see-through. What do you mean? Hold on. Hold on. Let me see.
On the Kinger thing that's going on your head.
Wait, they're a communist country, so why would they be living paycheck to paycheck? That doesn't make any sense. On the Kinger thing that's going on your head. Oh, well, make it green screen. You like maybe make it like pink or something on the background. Just make sure it's not the same color as him. And then then I'll chroma key out the background.
TYSM. Also, I am not leaving it was a reply to this.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Ugh. Yeah. Let me see. Hold on. So no, their real estate would have a different type of problem then. Like the reason why their real estate is so bad is different from ours then. So yeah, I don't know. Ours is just because of corporate greed, but theirs, I don't fucking know. But I don't know, man. I mean, it's probably, let's be honest. What? Only rich people actually, like, rich people basically only really get what they want. And, like, and they're the only ones that actually get real rights and shit. So, I mean, if China does the same thing, I mean, it's not much worse, right? I don't know. The only difference is, though, is you have to be careful because, yes, probably racism is just as prominent there because if you're not like a Chinese person, whoo boy, man, could you have some problems? So, yeah, they really, really don't like Americans, but I completely understand why most countries don't like Americans, so. North Americans specifically, not South Americans. I don't know. I will say the one thing that's at least nice about being in the US, it's usually extremely diverse. Unfortunately, we have a person that is very high on not wanting that to exist, which is super fucking weird because honestly, that kind of is what's been keeping us afloat for the longest time and keeping our population going up. But, what does a guy that's lived here my whole life know, right? I don't know. Was a guy that, like, actually has
I looked at this for
basic
fun, it was
human...
bad. Link hate when I forget things like this clipped by Color Storm Fur.
Huh? I hate when I forget things like this. Forget things like what? What did I forget?
Look at it.
Oh.
Look at it.
Well, the burb is great, so... And I appreciate it. I don't know if the notification is working, but I guess I'll find out in a second. Oh yeah, this is the one that's like really loud.
Forgot something.
What the fuck?
Plain water just do will
Right.
pounced on you.
What the fuck was that?
Oh yeah, I had that like really fucking crazy one that will like scare the absolute shit on me. Because I didn't get followed that often, so what would happen is that one would just pop up and scare the absolute fuck out of me. Like, yeah, that was a while back. That was a while ago. That was last year. Good God, I've been doing this for a year already? Good God. Holy crap, I didn't recognize how long I've been doing this for. Huh. Places you go.
Rail network in the world. This is the 1,000 tree sky garden in Shanghai.
Wait. Hold on just a second. Before we start this, I just want to clarify something. This video is not sponsored by any company, country, or government.
I would assume so.
I am just one man with a camera. I take that camera, I turn it around, and I show you guys my life here in China. That's it. It's just me.
Oh, so he just lives there. That's cool. I mean, that would probably make sense. That's probably what the point of this is, but that's kind of cool, honestly. Wonder, does he have... Oh no, he has like a whole channel based off of it. Huh. It's a little bit of a problem, though. Make your whole channel based off of living in China. Huh. I don't know, he, like, explores the world. I wonder how... There, 25. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course they're like they're extremely eco-friendly. Yeah, he's been doing this for a long time. Jesus Christ, 11 years? Holy shit. This guy's lived in China for 11 straight years. That's crazy, man. Oh, good on him. Honestly, living in China since 2014 is pretty good, man.
One eternity later.
What? What are you saying one eternity later for? What did I do? Look at, what am I looking at? I looked at the clip, I know. I looked at the clip, Jesus Christ. What do you want me to do? What am I looking at? I don't know.
I edit my own videos, Zhao, my wife, does the subtitles, and Lincoln, our little boy, well, he's just a cutie pie. He just recently started kindergarten. He's loving it. Anyway, what was I saying? I'm simply just showing you my life here in China and what I see here. Now, having said that, on a daily basis, I receive hate comments from Westerners who are claiming that what I say and show you guys about China is not true. Firstly, these people...
I mean, I don't know why that would be... I mean, probably what he's saying, sure, it's oversimplified and shit, but, like, at the same time, I mean, they are the most advanced country on the planet. So, I mean, it wouldn't be surprising if, like, it's like, do they have a lot of their own issues? Yeah, sure, but, like, at the same time, if you live in such a, like, advanced country like that, it wouldn't surprise me that it probably, like, quality of life there is pretty decent. I mean, I hate to say it, but, like, you know, if their people are starting to get overweight, like, then it's definitely getting to the level where it's, like, it is being able to be more livable there, right? Like, it's kind of, you know, it's the reason why, I don't know how to explain it, but, like, when you have a country full of fat people, like how the United States was, and still is partially, right? It's lowering, like, a lot, right? Like, China is seeming like it's just doing the same moves that the US does, right? Like, everybody likes to, like, make fun of the same shit that, like, it's like, oh, China social credit and Chinese, you know, and there's a bunch of, like, Chinese versions of, like, you know, there's, like, a bunch of crazy things that China does to, like, keep power of everything it has. And I'm like, yeah, true.
I have to go.
All right. You have a good night, Chicken Curry. Appreciate you hopping on by for a bit. What do I call it? It is always very funny that, like...
Oh, PP's bye.
Yeah, it's very funny that it's like, oh, yeah, well, these Chinese company, you know, it's like, oh, well, China's, like, obviously uses its crazy power and technology to get whatever they want, and then they do a lot of terrible things to their citizens that like, you know, trick them, that the quality of life is better than it is. I'm like, sounds familiar. Almost like sounds like how the United States was. Weird, huh? It's almost like it's their turn to actually be like the most advanced country in the planet, you know? I'm like, it's just bound to happen when you are the strongest country in the world. You're bound to be like, of course you're gonna be the bad guy, you know? It's like, of course, like, since you're gonna be untouchable, of course you're gonna turn into something that's much worse, right? You know? And that's kind of the thing is, right? Like, and then the allies obviously are the ones that tend to actually be the ones that don't get the punishments for that, right? Hi, how you doing, Google Bud? Fun time? How's work? How's errands? How's your day in general? Hope it's doing well for you. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, shoot, it's like, it's one of the, it's kind of how it's always been, right? Like, the allies of the most powerful country on the planet is going to, like, most advanced powerful country on the planet are going to be the ones that also do well in the world, right? You know, and then the most powerful one in the world just also destroys ones that are the enemies, right? Because that's how that shit works, right? The difference is the thing is though is like, or there's no difference, right? And that's the thing is they're going to start recognizing, like, eventually, sure, everything's great now, but give it about another like 30 years and somebody else will be the one that will just be as powerful, right? You know, somebody, I mean, if we even make it, if AI doesn't just like, if somebody doesn't create a freaking AI super fucking weapon, right? You know, doesn't create like an AI disease, like somebody that uses AI to create like some super disease because anybody can have access to that shit, which again, fucking not good, but I don't know. Also, how you doing, Google Blood? Fun time. How was work? How was errands? How's your day in general? Hope it's doing well for you. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like they're gonna be the ones that are gonna have the fat people now. Let's be honest. Like, China is gonna have like all the fat people. They're gonna be like, because they're doing very well, like probably economy wise, right? The real estate is not doing great, but who knows what's going on there, right? You know, the environmental impacts that they're having is like little to none. You know, they've got very intelligent, like, they've got very intelligent people in their country. Like, I mean, it's bound to turn into something, like I said, it's like, it's gonna be good for a while, but like I said, everything has an ending, you know, every empire falls. But, you know, this will happen for a solid amount of time if AI doesn't just, like, destroy, or if somebody doesn't use AI to, like, spread a disease throughout the entire planet. So, you know, that kind of thing. But who knows, man? I think Google Bud fun time left. Unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's always been interesting. Like I said, hey, for once at least we'll have not a country full of fat people. That'll be nice. I mean, not nice, but we'll be able to make fun of like another country for actually being fat for once, which is gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be very ironic. I don't know. Like I said, it will be a bit, but you know, currently at the moment, their biggest problem is that they're getting fat, which is very funny to say. Anyway, all right. Moving on.
People who are saying this are not even in China and have never
Almost done with the
been
Kinger
to China.
BTW.
And secondly,
Nice.
receive all of their information about
Can't wait for the mini Kinger.
China from a very corrupt and biased Western media that presents a distorted, negative misrepresentation of China, influenced by their political.
Yeah, well, yeah, no shit. I mean, that's the thing is, of course, it's like, you know, that's called propaganda. But at the same time, like, you know, like I said, I totally believe him that, like, it's probably great living there, right? You know, I mean, he's also Australian, so, like, I'm kind of surprised that, like, an Australian person is living okay there, compared to like, I don't know why. Like that's always like a suspicious thing, because usually like, you know, when you saw like freaking Bart Baker like going to move to China, right? Like he ended up really being like, they ended up like bullying him, man. Like he had to like be the stereotype of the white guy in order to like, and like in order to survive there, right? But he also like has just fallen. He fell from grace before that anyway, and he just kind of went from something. He went from like something fun, like a fun guy, to just being like, you know, a dude that used to be like very anti-capitalism and anti-celebrity to just like to making propaganda. So it's so bizarre. It was really, really bizarre. And that's kind of the thing, is that's the one thing that I'm actually always interested, like, it's always weird, because I'm like, it's always weird when you see like a white guy that lives in the like a place like China, right? Because like I just don't know if it's entirely welcoming, you know, because but then again, I don't know. Like, who knows? Maybe it's like just racism is a lot worse of a thing in every other country. It's like, and I know that sounds crazy, but the United States is very good about making sure that usually, well, was, I won't say it is anymore, but used to be very good about like welcoming people of a different race, religion, or belief, right? But the problem is Americans have just become stupid, and therefore the dumber you get, the more racist you're gonna be, right? You know, but unfortunately there is now just like, but you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's not the complete thing of racism, but it's a reason why a lot of it is as bad as it is, right? You know, but I'm just talking out my ass now. I don't know. It's always interesting to me. But like I said, it's probably not as big of an issue as people make it seem. And obviously there's people that are just gonna be racist, but at the same time, there's probably something that like that's obviously meant for something a little better, right? Or obviously meant for something that's a little what am I doing? I'm doing this backwards. Hold on. Yeah, there's probably something that's a lot that makes it a lot better, right? But or that just like, it's obviously blown so much out of proportion, right? You know, so who knows? But we'll see.
Political and economic agendas.
Uh-huh.
These people are telling me what I say about China is not true. I'm actually here in China. I've lived here for 13 years. They've never been to China or never even lived here.
Yeah, and he was recording it about 11 years ago, so that makes sense. I don't know. It's very interesting to me seeing, like, it is very interesting to me, like, seeing this, but he has documented himself just living in China in general. I mean, and if he's lived there his whole life, I mean, not whole life, but if he's lived there for so long, I mean, again, it's probably just not that bad, you know? But it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty fucking advanced, like, society, so I mean, like I said, that does not surprise me. Hmm. Yeah. Interesting. Oh, it's actually interesting because recently after, this is interesting. So interesting. So this was made a while back, but After about 13 years of living there, though, this was kind of the one that he did before he was like, hey, I'm gonna go on tour around the world. Which, honestly, completely makes sense. Cool.
Yet claim to know more while sat in their mum's basement in the US or Europe somewhere,
True.
scrolling through a biased, twisted, dishonest Western media. I'm here in China. I literally show you with my camera. I show you the footage. This is real. This is real footage. This is not CGI. I'm not some kind of CGI expert. I don't have those kind of skills. Like, for example,
You're probably also in the best parts of it too, though, as well. There's always, like, parts of each country, right? That's, like, there's always, like, good parts of countries and bad parts, right? The fact that he also is only showing the good parts also probably is a little extra bias. But again, you know, I don't know. Like I said, only showing the good parts also could be a problem, but then again, I don't know. It could be completely illegal to show the parts that, like, China has different laws, right? Like, you know, if you show, like, the bad parts of certain parts of, like, of China, like, who knows? You could get prison time, right? But you do that in the US, they don't really care, right? Because those are, like, ghetto areas, right? You know, like, those are the ghetto areas. Those are the bad areas, right? Those are the areas that, like, that was left behind, right? The cool thing about the United States, at least, with that kind of thing, is we can show the bad parts of like, what countries we live in, and, like, and people go to the bad, like I said, there's people like freaking Andrew Callahan that goes to the, like, ghetto neighborhoods and actually shows, like, the issue with the place we live, right? And how we can't, and, you know, how we should be putting more into societal, like, into smaller businesses than should be putting it into corporations. Because corporations are the reason why gangs exist in the first place, right? You know? And that's a cool thing to show, right? It's like the United States isn't necessarily, like, a thing that's like unfixable, right? It's just the problem is it takes a while, right? And it's like, yeah, sure, corporations try to do whatever they can, and could they withhold the military? Oh, 1000%. But the problem is, you can't just kill off a bunch of people because that kills off customers, which ends their money. Right? You know, but eventually it's gonna cap out. The issue is they're trying to end the planet before that happens, and that's the problem. Like, the question to why, I don't know. That's the one thing I don't understand here, right? That's why a lot of other people, like, why people are moving to other countries, because everything that rich people are doing here just makes no fucking sense. That's the problem. That's what people are talking about, right? You know, the problem is rich people here are just trying to end the fucking planet for some odd reason. There's no sense to their madness. Excuse me. There's no sense to their madness, right? They're just wanting to, excuse me, they're just, like, wanting to kill people off just because they can. You know, they want to advance technology to have it replace us because they can, right? It's a real issue that strikes me, right? Like, I just don't get what their incentive is. At least with rich people in other countries, it just makes more, like, they at least have a goal, right? Theirs is like, okay, let me just make more money despite already having billions of dollars. But again, they just, I don't know, man, living life in luxury, that's just kind of their thing, right? But, like, god damn, man, them here is just not, this makes no sense. So it's like, it's one of those things that just shows that, you know, you can kind of get rid of bad things if you just stop rewarding the bad people. But we like convenience, and that's just how it's always been, right? I think there, yes, is it convenient? Oh, most definitely. But at the same time, they spent years, like fucking years, like getting themselves to the level that they could to advance their society there, right? But now, here's the problem. They're at such a comfortability point that I don't know if they're going to do that after a while, right? I mean, sure, they're going to advance for probably another, like I said, like 20, 30 years. But then probably if we don't end up like all being obliterated by freaking war machines and shit, they may not, they may just kind of finally stumble out and be like, okay, well, and eventually become ironically like Americans. It's definitely turning into America. Let's be honest. It just is. And, we stopped at one point with our technology, and I don't doubt that the same thing could happen in China. Now, don't get me wrong, they don't have capitalism there, which is technically a good thing, right? That is a good thing because, like, there it just works because of the fact that, like, so billionaires won't be such a big deal, except when they probably will try to make themselves a big deal, right? We had a problem because we had Ronald Reagan, right? No other country has had a Ronald Reagan before, but we have. There's going to be a point where there is going to be a Ronald Reagan in their time period at one point, right? It's just going to happen. That's how it goes, right? But who knows how, who knows how that's going to, or what do you call it, who knows when that could, end up being, what do I call it, who knows when that shift would be. Like I said, I won't be alive to see it, so.
There was this one video I filmed in Shenzhen, an amazing, futuristic, technologically advanced city. Their infrastructure, the metro, it's
God damn, that's beautiful.
insane. Facial
Does look beautiful.
Pay for your tickets.
Yeah, there it is. Facial recognition. There it is. There it is, the spyware. Ah, yes. The thing that the United States loves as well. Yeah.
Guess who's back?
Well, why are you back? Didn't you say you need to sleep? Yeah, but there it is. There it is, the freaking crazy spyware. The spyware that every, what do I call it? It's, the spyware that friggin' a lot of countries have. It's that nobody wants, right? Yes. Where you can use your face to pay for a ticket. Yeah. Huh. And that's a good thing, huh? I don't know about that. Anyway.
The airport, just everything. It's crazy, right?
Wait.
I filmed there.
Yeah, he used his face to use your facial recognition to pay for everything, right? Hi, Mature Clown, how you doing?
I tried and failed to disassociate.
How was work? How was errands? How's your day in general? Disassociate from what? Discombobulate. No, yeah, I mean, here's the problem, right? Like, I don't know. Like I said, that's where the problem lies, though. That's the part that he's talking about, right? If China was so, China's already extremely advanced, right? But if it was not trying to control you in any way, which a lot of countries do, including the one I live in, it's like, then why would they need facial recognition? That's the problem, right? Why would they use facial recognition for everything to do anything there? And that's kind of the thing, is they want to keep tabs on you to make sure you aren't going to do anything, That's why, right? That's the thing that people, do not understand with these kinds of things. Is it probably great to live there? Sure, yeah, don't get me wrong, right? But it's like, here's the problem is, it's not good to have a place try to get every little teeny tiny spyware thing about you, right? That's not advanced society. That's like a spyware, that's a society that's spying on you, not just spying on you, but trying to make sure that that you're falling in line, right? That's the problem. That's the issue a lot of people take with a lot of these technologies, right? You know, and that's the thing is that's why, you know, would it be like anything, like I said, is that anything different from a lot of other places that we live? No. But, you know, yeah, I mean, is that any different from any other, like, places that, or any other countries that, like, exist, you know? Like, some do, some don't, right? You know? And that's the thing is, it's just kind of, I don't believe that necessarily the whole facial recognition thing is really necessarily well intended, right? I don't think it's intended very, like, or I don't think it has good intentions. But again, at the same time, I mean, by that point, who really cares as long as you're, whoops, who really cares as long as, you know, as long as you end up, like, you know, enjoying life, you know, and as long as you don't say anything that the government will fucking arrest you for, you're good, right? You know, like, I don't know. I don't know what punishment is there for that, for them, but, you know, it's one of those things, right? Like, freedom, but not true freedom, right? And that's the issue. There's not
In short,
necessarily...
turning into the dystopian idea.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, China's way more advanced than us, right? They have way more intelligent people. Their people are smart. Their environment is like, their environment is very eco-friendly. Their real estate's not doing great right now, but I'm pretty sure they'll find a way to fix that. And, what do I call it? Let's see, intelligent people, very smart. And because they're a communistic society, they also don't have like the billionaire greed problem where they'll just like destroy shit, right?
And the dead internet theory isn't an idea anymore.
I mean, it's also not necessarily entirely true either. That's the thing is the dead internet theory is a false thing. It's not real. It only exists if you believe it's real. The alive internet theory, on the other hand, is a real thing. The only reason why the dead internet theory, like, is believed is because people believe in it, that's why. But the alive internet theory is... what do you call it? But the alive internet theory is actually also true because... don't get me wrong, the dead internet theory is true. Sorry, let me backpedal a bit for just a second. The dead internet theory is real, right? But the alive internet theory is also real. Yeah. Well, here's the thing is, the alive internet theory is real, right? Like, it's now not a theory anymore, right? But the alive internet theory is also not a theory as well. It's also true, right? Because here's the difference right now. Like, I know that the internet splits up a lot, but at the moment, as well as there are, like, as much as there are things killing, I don't think, here's the thing is, the dead internet theory, actually, sorry.
Totally didn't fall asleep.
Yeah, sorry, let me repeat that. Let me go back a bit. The internet isn't dead, social media is.
And nope, nada.
Social media is dead, but not necessarily small social media websites. I mean corporate social media is dead, right? It's very much a dead thing and full of AI, right? But, on the other hand, there's a lot of other places that are doing much, much better, like Odyssey, like Glomble, and like PeerTube right now. And there's many, many more to come. The internet, which is where the alive internet theory comes in, because technically, the internet is very much alive. It's not dead in the way that the internet isn't dead, social media is. So technically, like, because here's the thing is, Newgrounds is making a comeback, meaning that video games and flash games and TV shows are starting to become more of a thing again. Indie games are starting to make a rise again, despite all the AI bullshit that Steam is doing, right? You know, and what do you call it? And then, like I said, multi-different websites that are just like YouTube that are doing very well. That pretty much is like old YouTube. Hence the alive internet theory versus the dead internet theory. And like I said, it's not the dead internet theory, it's the dead social media theory. Corporations have shot themselves in the foot. And now people, aka artists, are going over to other websites because YouTube and TikTok have imported a little feature that now makes all of your shit AI. Not the like long ways video, not the widescreen videos, but the phone side videos, right? The shorts and the short form content. They put automatic AI that you can't opt out of right now. So therefore, rather than people dealing with the stupid bullshit that is YouTube, everybody is going to the other platforms. I don't make shit for YouTube anymore. I make stuff for Odyssey or Glomble. You know. Ooh, shit, that reminds me. I forgot to upload something on Glomble, though. Hold on. I do actually need to upload something on Glomble. One moment. I did forget to do that. One moment. I'm still here, don't worry. But, hold on. Hold on one sec. Sorry. One moment. Sorry about that. Sorry. I actually did forget about something. Damn it. Oof. Okay. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Yeah. Oh. Can I not submit anything on Gumble? Am I? No, I did. Okay, we're good.
Don't have any.
Ah! Jesus fucking Christ. Scared the shit out of me. Anyway,
I fell asleep again.
you're good. Oh, nobody scored my shit? Did I just score? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's a lot of websites that are like starting to become a common thing, right? Are the Glomble what? Hold on. Are the Glombers? One sec. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, right? I don't know.
And off into dissociation realm I go. Good night 3.
Alright, have a good night, Infamous. Appreciate you hopping on by. Yeah. Wow, there is, holy shit. 990 comments? Oh my god. Holy shit, Glombo blew up. Oh my god, 700. Okay, wow. I know that 700 views is not like a ton, but for a new website, that's a lot. Oh my god, holy shit, things are getting... Wow. Wow. People are really popping up on these new
I sent it
websites.
in the Discord.
Wow, people really are so tired of
Kinger.
Oh, okay, got it. I'll look at it. One sec. Mm. Yeah. God damn it. Oof. My God. God damn. Ugh. Where'd you put it?
I slept in my science class today.
Oh no, why? What happened?
Art.
You put it in art? Oh, yeah, there it is. I just have a mini Kinger now. That's pretty cute. Hold on, one sec. Hopefully I won't be sued for this. Actually, it's fan art. It's not sue worthy. I'm not even monetizing it,
Because I
so.
pulled an all-nighter.
Why? Why would you do that to yourself? Sorry, one sec.
I don't know. I'm stupid.
Oh, wait, it's a PNG. Oh, shit. You should have just made it transparent. That's alright. It's fine. I thought I had to, like, chroma key it, like,
Fuck.
first. It's alright, it's alright. It's alright. I'll,
No, I can do TAHT.
Oh, you...
I'll do it RN.
No, it's too late. It's too late. I've already got it. You're good. You're good. Don't worry about it. I've got it already. You're good. You're good.
MB.
Hold on. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Hold on. There we go. Alright,
Jump scare.
da, da, da. And
I really can do it RN. It's easy.
you're good. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I got it. Let me see here. Okay, where's the chroma key? Ah, here it is, right here. Perfect. Awesome. Where did he go? Hello?
My
Kinger?
algebra teacher keeps calling me Augustus.
Augustus Gloop. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Augustus Gloop. Alright, anyway. I shouldn't be singing that song. That's...
Help real. Kinger is so silly.
Kinger is freaking awesome, dude. He's such a freaking good character, man. He's such like a dad character. I'm like, God, man, I just... God, I'm gonna be so sad when he gets killed off. You know, he's gonna be the first to be killed off, and it's gonna suck, man. It's gonna suck. Like, the day
I'm
that...
gonna sob when he dies.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm gonna say. It's gonna suck when he dies, bro. Because he is such a good character, and I'm like, fuck, man. Because that's what they always do, man, right? They always make like this really awesome good character that like everybody loves, and then it's like, and like the guy that's like the freaking G, and of course they killed him off, you know. Of course he's gonna be like a dude that I'm gonna be like, man, dude, this is gonna be sad. It's gonna be so sad when Kinger dies, bro. I'm gonna hate that shit. I already know that it's gonna happen, right? But God, fuck. I hate it, man. I hate it. I hate that that's gonna be the fate, you know? Like, I want to be that guy that's like, oh yes, man, God, I hope he actually lives till the end, but I'm like, that's not gonna happen. He's not gonna live till the end. he's a way too good of a character to let him. He's way too good of a character to like to let him live that long, right? You know.
Oh, something I find impressive is how PPL make NSFW art of Gangle. Like I don't want to see it and I don't want it to exist, but like ribbons into NSFW.
Yeah, how did... Well, I mean, you know, Rule 34 made... You know, people have made many, many things into porn. I mean, they make stickmen into porn, so I mean, that's not surprising. So... There's some things that I thought was impossible to make a character, make like to make porn of a character of. That is one of them. You know, that is definitely one of them, so.
And I showed you some of the things that the city has to offer. And I got comments on that video from Westerners saying,
is this propaganda?
just hold on a second now. How can it be propaganda if it's true?
I mean, technically anything can be propaganda, but whatever. Hold on. Let me make sure that I'm like using that term right, because anything can be propaganda. Like I said, I totally believe this guy, that this guy could totally be like, is definitely happy here, right?
Yeah. I went on Instagram and searched Pomni art and it was her basically naked.
What the hell? Well, yeah, that's your first problem. It's Instagram.
Sad.
I mean, any art-based thing is gonna have some porn. It's just kind of how it always exists. The systematic propagation of a doctrine or a cause of information reflecting the views and interests of those advocating such as a doctrine or cause. So, yes, a true thing can be propaganda because you're skewing it to more biased scenarios that, yes, it is. You're saying that it's better, right? You know, which again, I don't believe could be completely false, but who cares, right? You know, I don't think that's completely entirely false. I just think that, you know, I think that that is just what it is, right? You know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't really think that's entirely, like I said, but yes, I mean, yes, it can be propaganda if it is true. That is the, you know, the definition of propaganda is just a belief of something, you know, trying to give a, you know, information on reflecting views, right? Reflecting the views and interest of those advocating such as doctrine or cause.
Lonely,
Yes.
I'm MR, lonely, I'm with nobody, I'm all on my own.
Yeah, unfortunately. Sorry about that, Mossy. Unfortunately.
It's a song.
I know. Lonely, Mr. Lonely. I'm so lonely on my own. Lonely, I'm so lonely. I got nobody on my own. Oh, Jesus Christ. They have a 50-state strategy. Preggers use insidious alternative to PBS hits U.S. classrooms.
The
Don't.
voice cracks.
Yeah. What the fuck? Oh.
And that was not meant to be a vent.
Weird. Not you. Not you being weird. But okay. Speaking of propaganda, hold on. This is weird. Hold on. Sorry. I'm getting like way off here, but I know PragerU was like was replacing things with PBS, but I was like, the one thing I wonder is why PragerU? Like, isn't PBS like a lot more well, that's probably the problem, right? It is like extremely educational. That's why PBS just is more factual. Like, It's like replacing like freaking. It's like replacing like a book with like a comic. It just makes no sense. This is so weird. Hold on.
For public broadcasting will be largely shuttered by the end of next month and gone entirely
What is
by
this?
January. At President Trump's request, Republicans in Congress canceled federal funding last month, and that spelled the end of the organization's half a century of supporting public radio and television. Much has been made of the impact that these cuts are going to have on local news stations, particularly in rural areas. But the Corporation for
I mean, Fox News was using corporate money from Israel or using corporate money anyway, but
Public
sure.
broadcasting has also played a huge role in supporting high-quality educational programming on PBS, where Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood originated. Where that legacy of iconic educational programming lives on with the Mr. Rogers spinoff, Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, and programs like Sid the Science Kid and Word Girl. Meanwhile, the White House appears to be eyeing an alternative to these kind of PBS Kids programmings that teach kids social, emotional skills.
Pregnant man emoji, 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 pregnant man emoji.
Unaccredited, non-professional organization founded by conservative talk show host Dennis Prager in 2009. It specializes in creating right-leaning, short educational videos for children and adults, but don't mistake it for a university despite its name. The organization does little to hide its intent to indoctrinate children with right-wing ideology, and on the bottom of its website,
Yeah.
the following disclaimer, quote, Prager...
I mean,
OMG, didn't they cancel PBS Kids?
yeah, they did. They just completely cut its
My
funding.
childhood.
The one thing I don't understand is like, why PragerU? Right? Like, I mean, I know why, right? It's like, I know why. It's like it's to make kids like, it's supposed to be like, oh yes, this is how we make kids like think differently about everything. And I'm like, it's such a weird move, right? Because I'm like, attacking PBS, a company that is like completely... Welcome back, who just came in. Like, attacking an entire, like, attacking fucking PBS just... Attacking PBS just makes no fucking sense, because I'm like... I mean, it does. Like, that's the thing is, like, I don't get why that's such a threat, right? Like, PBS is, like, the boring channel, right? It's the one that's, like, I'm on a train. Ooh, fun. I mean, it's, like, known as the boring channel, right? But it's, like, if you have to... Yeah.
I'm in my bed. I missed the first one.
If you have to get, like, how do you say it? I mean, like, if you have to get, like, information that's, you know, actually factual, yeah, PBS technically was. Like, that's the thing, is it was most of the time, because it never really... It was boring, right? Like, that was the point. It was like, wasn't there to entertain you. It was there to be like, here's information if you're just like very confused with a lot of things going on, right? You know, it just kind of tackled a lot of common things happening in the world, right? It was just like, okay, here's a thing happening, here's a thing happening, and here's a thing happening, right? And here's some like funding, or here's like some educational programming for children that need to understand basic things like vocabulary and math. Well, vocabulary, math, and treating people well. Like, that's it. Like, and then if like something new in the world that like, and then the weirdest thing about it too, it was one of those things that was like, oh yes, you know, like if it's like a thing that like adults talk about like often, and you heard a lot as a child, PBS would like put something involved in that and like have like a kid show that has something that involves that's like, here's a thing that's going on in the world, and you probably heard this from a bunch of adults, but don't worry about that, because it's really just either it's an adult thing.
I don't like sharing some personal stuff to the internet.
That is completely fair. Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, all it really was like, okay, here's some things happening in the world, right? Like, it taught kids how to be decent human beings. Like, as weird as it is, right? Like, it was it boring? Sure, it could have been, right? And the children shows, like, are they the most engaging? Not really, but they taught basic lessons of human decency. So it's like, it was very weirdly, like, this is just what's the weirdest thing, right? Like, how do you not come off as evil? Like, how do you not come off as evil, like, when you cut off PBS, right? PBS, the thing that just taught people morals.
Or the new Dora the Explorer.
I didn't even know there was a new Dora the Explorer,
It's
Winnie the
terrifying.
Pooh. Yeah, I didn't even know those were new things, you know. I feel like kids need original programming too, you know. Like, make new characters, man. I don't know, man. Make new characters. Make kids familiar with something different, right? Like, as funny as it is to still see kids, like, that watch, like, Blue's Clues and shit, I'm like, I'd rather kids get to, like, I'd rather people learn something off of, like, new characters, right? I'd rather hear these new characters that kids are interested in, right? You know? Like, when I heard Bluey was, like, a common thing, I was like, what the heck is a Bluey, right? But then I saw the lessons.
I still watch Paw Patrol.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it's exactly, like, Paw Patrol and shit, right? Like, just don't, you know, like I said, I'd rather have new characters that, like, that introduce new lessons, new things, right? I mean, there was a whole show that was like, what, for children, that was like, that was teaching kids about the freaking medical field. Like, that's pretty fucking awesome, right? Like, that's pretty cool, right? Teaching kids, it's like, hey, you know, not everybody, like, makes it, right? Like, that's a pretty hard lesson for kids, but it taught kids how to handle that kind of thing, right? And it's like, you know, if somebody gets hurt, sometimes it could be major, sometimes it could be minor. I mean, there was a show that I saw that I saw one of my cousins watching, right? Like, and it was like a show about like this doctor, like this girl, like, I mean, it was just a child, right? This kid, right? But she was explaining like how, you know, a lot of people can't do anything about cancer, right? And there was like a lot of advances like in cancer research that is like around the world, that is like a worldwide effort that is trying to like
Pregnant man emoji.
that is trying to make like that's trying to make people like familiar, or trying to, you know, like trying to, there's still things that are like trying to be done about it, right? But on top of it as well, it doesn't just like it doesn't like tell kids lies, right? It doesn't tell kids, hey, you know, people that get cancer like are gonna be okay, right? Like, things will happen, right? But
I miss my
it's
home.
not a good idea to be like, you know, but you know, it's also, you don't need to be completely entirely sad about it, right? They lived a great life, right? And they wanted to, you know, even if they don't, they're still at least glad to be around the people that they love. And that's such a good message for children, right? It's like, not everything has to be doom and gloom all the time, right? It's like, yeah, not everything has to be super happy and all the time, right?
No,
But
all data is bad in a tunnel.
you know, what do I call it? Yeah, I mean, it was like one of the things where it's like, yeah, some bad things just happen, right? You know, sometimes bad things happen to people. And I think that got a lot of kids through things that if their mother or father or family member had a bad disease, horrible disease, right? It taught it taught children that the human body just is how it is, right? You know, I mean, obviously it taught kids healthy eating, you know, but like, it also taught them more than that, right? It taught them that sometimes the human body just chooses to be the way that it is, right? You know, and that's great. You know, I think that's a completely good message for children. You know, not everything has to be in the light, you know? I don't understand why PragerU is not educational like that, right? Oh, yeah, I found sound alerts on my phone. Oh, got it. Yeah, it's not necessarily like a bad thing, right? I think PBS was a good thing, like, was very unbiased about that shit. But apparently, our freaking countrywide leaders thought otherwise, which is fucking insanity to me. So I'm like, who the fuck cuts off PBS? Who cuts off PB? Like, that's the weirdest thing. It's like, how do you cut off PBS and not be seen as evil, right? They're still continuing Peppa Pig, but you know what? Yeah, but Peppa Pig isn't good, though. At least it's the same style and not the scary 3D new shit, Daddy Pig. Yeah, but Peppa Pig doesn't teach you anything. It doesn't really teach you anything at all. It just kind of teaches you to be a jerk. So, of course, they're gonna have Peppa Pig, right? I don't know, man. I just thought it was interesting, right? Like, I just thought it was interesting that there was shows like that, like, for children, for very small children, right? Like, I don't know, man. But, whatever. You know, I don't want to say whatever. That's just, kids deserve better content than that, right? They deserve better content than freaking PragerU. You know, they don't deserve that shit. You know, I don't get it. I really don't. It's like, PragerU is very biased towards what they do. So, I mean, I just don't think this is a good idea, but obviously it's not a good idea. But, you know, that's the thing, is they're trying to make people dumber, not more educated. So, you know, what better way to teach kids to not be educated than have no fucking morals? That's the problem is, right? Like, fucking PBS taught kids to have morals. Now it doesn't. Or it's like PBS taught kids to have morals, and now, like, now PragerU is, like, gonna teach kids to be like, yeah, no, fuck everybody else and only be selfish towards yourself. Like, what kind of shit is that? What kind of message is that, bro? Like, at least that's how it is right now, right? You know, do I think it could be something better? Probably. Let's be honest. Maybe it could. I don't know. I mean, I don't really think that it really could be, considering the freaking Christopher Columbus cartoon where they're just standing around doing nothing, by the way. They're not doing anything. Like, I saw the children's content that they were trying to make, right? And like, it's just like two kids that travel through time, right? But they stay in one area for like an hour, right? They stay in one area, not that long, but they stay in one area for like 20 minutes and they just talk the entire time back and forth. There's no visual representation. There's no like exciting shit happening. There's no education happening. It's just like them going back and forth, like just talking about like being like, oh yes, well, I traveled the world. Christopher Columbus traveled the world and like, you know, had slaves because he wanted to. And then like, and it's just like him defending himself. I'm like, that's not educational. That's just Christopher Columbus. Like, you're just vouching for a dude that killed thousands of people. Because he wanted gold. Like, that's history, right? Like, that's always been history. Like, that's history throughout the whole time, right? Like, why? Like, you don't have to rewrite history. Like, human beings in the past sucked, right? They used to we used to literally kill each other for fucking gold. Gold and spreading religion. That's just always been the thing, you know? It's like, I don't understand why you have to erase like 1800s history for people to like not understand that, right? You know, I mean, why do you gotta fucking, I don't know, dude. It's so dumb. It makes no sense at all. You know, I don't like, who are you trying to, like, what are you doing, right? Like, it's like, what, you trying to not offend Christopher Columbus? Newsflash, he's dead. I think it's okay to be accurate about the history that we have, right? You know, empires fall. Things, like, end up being bad, right? Like, I think it's okay to talk about freaking, it's good to talk about fucking World War II when kids are like, when kids are in the like 6th grade, right? Which that's when I was taught when I was a kid. I think it was like 4th, 5th grade, but I think it's good to teach people that, like, yeah, we don't want Nazis to be a thing again, which unfortunately are a thing in the United States. Confederates are what we call them here, right? They're Confederates. And unfortunately, we hate Confederates, It's like, and we have to deal with them, like, personally. We have to not, actually hate, like, deal with them as in, oh, let them say whatever the fuck they want. No, fucking kill them, It's like, that's the thing, right? In Minecraft, of course. No, I'm not even gonna say that shit. No, fuck Confederates, dude. They're awful. They're terrible people. They're just, they're oppressors. And I don't like that shit, I'm like, I don't care. I have a gun too, motherfucker. Doesn't mean, I also have a gun. It's not like, it's not like I'm not prepared for that shit, I don't know. It's so weird. It's so fucking bizarre, man. But that's the thing, too. Not everybody's convinced either, right? The majority of the population is still against, like, it's still against Confederate, like, behavior. And it's like, yeah, no shit. I'm like, no shit. I'm like, of course we're against fucking that. Of course we're against that shit. But the problem is the younger population is being convinced that just racism isn't a thing. They're not being convinced that racism and they're not thinking that homophobia and racism is a thing. They're trying to make them believe that, like, they're trying to make them believe that friggin', the white people are the only people that, like, deserve rights and shit. And I'm like, why? Why? It just makes no sense, Oh, but there's all those cringy people on the internet. Yeah, that's why they're on the internet. We made fun of them too, I don't get it, right? No, but the immigrants, well, the fucking immigrants used to take blue-collar jobs so we could have white-collar jobs. Like, problem solved, right? It's like, I don't know, man. Yeah, my mom laughed at the JD Vance memes for like 30 minutes. They make him look so stupid. I mean, because he's... I mean, that's the problem, right? I mean, Peter Thiel Peter Thiel. Yeah, no, yeah, Peter Thiel is the one that's like, that put JD Vance in that position, right? He's the vice president, right? And JD Vance is just there to just be a yes man. That's it, right? Like, he's literally there to stay out of the way of, like, billionaires being able to do what they want, right? That's just who it is, right? Fucking billionaires. I don't know why they're destroying everything, destroying an entire government structure, though. Like, it just makes no sense, It would make sense if it was like, oh yes, we're gonna do this for profit, but then they're like taking away like rights and shit. Like, why? That's the weirdest thing. Is like, why? That's the weird part. That's why I, like, don't understand. I'm like, you're just like, you're freaking trampling on the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution for some odd reason. Why? Is my question. Like, what's the point? Is it just because, like, you just want, like, it's just like they want to end the planet? Like, why? I don't know. They just want to end everything for some odd reason. Like, some of them are doing it for profit. Yeah, sure, trading that shit for profit. Okay, fair enough, right? But then the rest of them, it's like the AI thing. What the fuck is up with that? I'm like, you're making AI to, like, you're making, like, some of them are doing it for profit, sure, but then they're like, oh, my bigger purpose is to make humanity transparent with AI. Like, what? Why? You wanna start the Terminator series? You wanna just make the Terminator real? Like, why? Is my question. I'm like, have you seen the Terminator before? I don't know, like, it's pretty bad. Newsflash, it doesn't end well. Like, I don't understand why they're doing that. I don't know. My roommate told me about freaking like Elon Musk was like, "Oh yes, well everybody back then when they were peasants, everybody had more children and were a lot happier." And I'm like, "Yes, because I mean not entirely. They weren't happier. They were starving like all the time just to get a slice of bread." Like to feed amongst like a family of 12. They had children because they needed to farm. That's why. It's just weird. Like, I don't know. You want to do weird shit, fine, sure, whatever, right? But like don't try to end humanity. Like, there's no sense in doing that shit. There's no reason to end humanity. You can't be rich if you, like, you know, you're just gonna jump in a fucking bunker and, like, live your life and freaking scare, like, you know, you're gonna live life scarily, like, in a scary way if, what do I call it? You'll live life and, like, scared your whole life if, like, you know, if you just destroy all of humanity. I don't know. I mean, everybody's seen freaking the Mark Zuckerberg clip where he's like, where like that one news lady is like chasing him down and being like, it is very funny seeing him chasing him down and being like, hey, it's like, hey, why is every billionaire trying to get like a bunker right now? And Mark Zuckerberg's like, oh, no reason, no reason at all, nothing, don't, I'm not trying to like prepare for the apocalypse. Nope, nothing at all. Not like, and then she's like, is it coming close by? He's like, oh, well, you know, it's just a storage thing, you know. Audio's going bad? Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know. Him, like, fucking Mark Zuckerberg, like, freaking the fuck out, like, scared shitless of everything that's about to happen. And I'm like, oh, cool, thanks. Cool, great. Can't wait for the planet to fucking end. And apparently it's gonna end soon, considering how much fucking even he's panicking. Which literally I've never seen Mark Zuckerberg show fucking personality before. I never seen him act like he's just a lizard person, and I've never seen him have any kind of feeling. I don't think he's had feelings before, like, ever. I'm like, it is kind of crazy to see him.
Like, please at least let the planet be for 1 billion more years.
Yeah, at least just, I don't know, man. Well, that's the weird thing is I'm like, why this whole, like, this acceleration with AI is just ridiculous, you know?
Well, I may have to go soon. I am arriving.
These accelerationists are... Alright, you have a good night, Chicken Curry. Appreciate you hopping on by for a bit. I don't know, man. These absolute accelerationists are just awful, man. Like, they just are... They just...
Like, out of all the ways of us to go, this is the first way.
Yeah. Well, it's just so ironic, right? Because, like, there's hundreds of thousands of movies that show the exact result that happens if you let, like, AI go out of control. And guess what's happening? The exact thing is happening right now. I'm like, what did you fucking expect? Right? Like, I don't know. Now, to be honest, here's the thing is, I don't think AI is going to go completely rogue, right? But what I do think it is going to happen is somebody is going to make a biological weapon with AI. That's the issue, right? I don't think that AI is going to go rogue and kill us all. I think what's going to happen is somebody's going to make a bioweapon with AI and tell AI to make a bioweapon, and then all of a sudden AI is going to be like, oh, okay, all of humanity, and just kill everyone. Like, that's the problem is, like, there's gonna be some error. Like, AI already is terrible at figuring out basic human actions, right? So it's like, what is the likelihood someone's gonna make a fucking bioweapon and then the AI is just gonna kill all of humanity? Because clearly somebody wasn't using it right, you know? I don't know. That's all I'll just say, wait. I don't know, man. What the fuck is the likelihood that...
Okay, back.
Okay, welcome back. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like you create a freaking bioweapon. Like, that's what I'm saying, man. I don't think that AI is going to, like, technically be the one ending us. It's gonna be some dumbass that, like, that's using AI to make, like, a super bioweapon and doesn't know how to, like, and then the AI will, like mistake that shit for all of humanity and then it'll kill all of us, right? Like, that's what I think is gonna happen. Like, it's bound to happen. And that's the one thing that's gonna be really fucking annoying. It's just gonna be idiocy that's gonna do it, right? And that's what's gonna suck about it, right? We already know what COVID did to everybody. And it's like, you know, what's the chances that this is gonna be much worse, right? It just makes no sense at all. I just don't know why this is such a common thing. It's weird. It's just fucking weird. It's like, why? Like, the question is, why would someone do that, you know?
Like, what do they expect? Them to gain more money but making their customers die? No, I don't think that's how it works, buddy.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is it's not even that. It's also, like, just other countries that, like, there's obviously the Middle East, right? You know, it's like, what's the likelihood that the Middle East is going to be, like, is going to achieve something like that? And then what will happen is they will make, like, a bioweapon to kill a ton of innocent people, right? And then it will just release to the rest of the world. Like, what's the likelihood that something like that could happen, right? And the answer is very... It's not just the United States, it's the, you know, there's a lot of people in every country, but yeah, I don't know, dude. Yeah, I agree, the US is fucking ridiculous.
I hate rich people.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. No, agreed. I mean, a lot, you and 62% of the population, you know, technically not even 62, 73% of the population, or not 73, sorry, 76% of the population, my bad. Sorry. You and 76% of the population hate the ultra rich, the ultra wealthy. While the other 15% is quite way too happy with that shit. I don't know, man. Oh man, shit. If you two, like, but that's the thing, man. As long as my art ain't gonna be fucked with, I'll be okay. But that's the problem is.
The other 15% is brain dead.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you know. I mean, here's the irony. The ultra rich are book smart because the ultra rich are, like, have seen and heard everything, right? They've got better teachers, they've gotten better mentors, they've gotten better tutoring. They just had the money to do that, right? The issue is, you know, they see those stories with the bad guy destroying the world and trying to take over the world and don't see them as the bad guy instead. They see them as the good guy, which is awful, right? You know. I don't know. Yeah, they don't even see the bad guy as a bad dude because, you know, they don't have morals. They never were taught that shit as a kid, so of course they weren't going to pay attention to that shit. You know, that's why they're cutting off things like PBS, right? You know, that's why they're cutting off a lot of children's cartoons that are just like, hey, you know, it's like, just be a decent person. Because if you don't make everybody, like, a decent human being, then, you know, you get jackasses, like a lot of people that are like a lot of people that I've been trying to hang out, or a lot of people I've talked to in the furry fandom myself. You know, a lot of the people in the furry fandom are apparently around the age of 20. They're either 20 or younger. I'm 25. Now, again, that doesn't seem like much of an age difference, but that's a huge fucking difference. Because I've already gone through that arc of my life, right? Meaning that a lot of these people, like, sure, I don't...
A message for using channel blocked terms.
I don't...
Allow will post it to chat.
I don't entirely agree with, like, a lot of the stuff they say, right? But the problem is the way that they present it is just such a dickish way. They're such dicks. Like, they're dicks. That's just how it is, man. Like, the furry fandom is just full of cock faces because they never knew what it was like, being involved in the fandom, right? You know?
What was that furry who made the trumpet suit?
The trumpet suit? I don't recall. I never actually paid attention to it. I didn't even know he did that, so... Yeah.
Remove the ET.
Yeah, I know, I get it. Yeah, I've never heard of that. I didn't even recognize that was a thing. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. It's so weird. Things that I used to like just kind of demolished into pieces, right? You know, like, you know, VidCon used to be like a great place to go to, right? Like, that place was fun as hell, you know? Like, I just wish that that was still the thing, right? But now there's all these conventions that don't really, like, that just exist and, like, are so separated from everything. And it just doesn't feel fun anymore, right? You know? Not fun. I mean, it still feels fun, but like I said, it just doesn't feel like people are trying to have fun anymore. They're not, like, just making shit because they think it's fun, you know? Because it's like, oh yeah, I want to just have fun with this, and if it blows up, I'll, like, the thinking
What
about...
does the animatic look like so far?
Well, let's see a preview of it, shall we? It's not like, it's not fully animatic. It's just like the frames right now. It's just like still frames at the moment. I haven't like had it change poses or anything yet, you know. All it's gonna do is just show you like it's still in like the phase of like the draft phase, if that makes any sense, you know. And I haven't made the field, so... Why did his arm disappear? What the hell? Why did his arm disappear? Wait, why is the DJ set, like, gone too? What the hell? What happened here? What happened here? Why? Okay, what's here? What is this here? What is this supposed to be? Oh, at least you made me recognize something. What is this? What is this supposed to be? Can I just, like, delete it? Oh, it's his eyes. That's what it was supposed to be. Okay. I was about to say, I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, how did this happen, though?
Oh yeah, are you gonna make that series of OC? About the internet?
Yeah, I wanna continue Fluffy Vengeance, honestly. But there's a little bit of a surprise about that may also involve this as well, you know. There's a little surprise that actually involves this. That involves Fluffy Vengeance. Yeah. It involves Fluffy Vengeance for a reason, but or involves Fluffy Vengeance, I just, you know, it's, I guess I guess I can spoil it, you know, it's probably fine, like, my intention with it. So, funny enough, this is how I'm going to introduce, this is how I'm going to introduce Shenzi, as the other, because I still needed, like, I still needed a way to introduce Shenzi in this, like, the guy that kind of saves Color's ass quite often. And
I keep jump scaring myself by reminding myself that there's only gonna be 3 more episodes of Tag.
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, essentially what I'm gonna do is like, I'm gonna use this like as like a funny goofy thing, but then this is where Color will be able to, like, this will introduce, funny enough, Shenzi himself into the story. The problem is I need to do like a full-fledged like reboot, right? Because all of the episodes don't make any sense anymore, right? They used to, right? Like, as funny, so they all used to be a part of like an additional story that existed on like they existed on TikTok, right? Like, it was called like the Furry Wars, right? You know, there's like the cringe war, there's like the cringe thing, and then there was like what do you call it? There was like trolling, duet trolling, and then there was the Furry Wars after that shit, right? And essentially, Color was like the one that was on the fighting for the GDI side until, you know, until furries, like, until he embraced cringe, and then like cringe was like ended up being a part of like just the furry fandom normally, and the positive side about the, like, all the positive things I normally get myself involved with in the furry fandom. And like it basically was like this long cohesive story, right? Hold on, sorry.
There she has just rated the channel with 9 viewers.
It's a party. Oh no. I've only got Hi Theracus, how are you doing? How was stream? I would say how was work? How was your day? How was your day in general? Hope it went well for you. But I noticed that what do I call it? I guess you're streaming, so I guess that doesn't count. How is everybody else's day? You know, hope it went well for you. How was errands for everybody? Hope it went smooth for you. I don't have many people here anyway in general, and I guess I'll keep the stream going on for 20 more minutes. I was going to end it, but I guess I'll keep it here for another 20 minutes. Sweet.
Pounces on you.
I haven't been uwu pounced in a while. Congrats, you're part of the Cloud Empire. You are now stuck here forever. The council, I will tell the council about you, and you will serve great purposes. So, you know. Also, I need to get rid of Amicus, because Amicus is no longer a part of Corny Father. It is now it's now a freaking, you know, plague bird that you guys love to hell.
Stream went well. I hate to raid and run, but I need sleep.
No, you're good, man. Don't worry about it.
Good night.
You're good, man. Don't worry about raiding and running. Believe me, I don't. You should be playing Horny Daddy Intel. You should wait until everybody's still new to the stream. Please don't. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. I'm sorry about that. That's the thing I'm working on right now. It's a YCH for what do I call it? I'm working on a YCH for like for a future video.
Double frowny face.
For a future video. Well, yeah, I mean, it's okay to do it later, just kind of don't scare everyone away right now. Because we don't want people just like having their ears blasted by Horny Daddy. Please. Yes, a little bit of backstory. A while ago, when the whole freaking AI craze was like still kind of new, and people were like shitting on it like crazy, I decided to take a lot of popular songs and imported them into the what do you call it?
That's okay.
I did.
Do beatboxing puppy instead /J.
No. Oh, what did I call it? What was I saying? Yeah, I ended up taking a lot of, I ended up importing a lot of, congrats, now you have a hammer, Pocket Wolf. It's not going to be really useful that much, because the glass to the useless button is already broken, so you could just hit it as many times as you want. What was I going to say? Yeah, so essentially we took popular music and I put it into a Google Doc and I let chat like modify it. I had a lot more people in my chat at the time, but people kind of don't show up as much anymore. And essentially they took popular songs and inserted whatever lyrics they wanted into them, and I imported it into an AI, or like a AI like music singing thing, whatever the fuck it is called. And essentially, a lot of them were pretty funny, but Chet ended up taking the song Hallelujah and turning it into Horny Daddy. So, yeah, that's essentially... I did scare 3 people away, I'm sorry. I just have that effect. I'm just like the opposite of a magnet. So yeah, I basically made like freaking... I don't know. I'm making an animatic off of it because it was so funny. So it's too good not to make into a shitpost. Oh, by the way, I'm a shitposter. I'm not an artist. I'm a shitposter. So I make a lot of shitposty things. Do I draw? Yes, I do, but like not necessarily. I'm not good at it. Let me say that. So, you know, don't be, you know, don't expect like high quality anything. I make shit because it's funny and goofy, so I make shit because it's supposed to be like goofy as hell, so fair warning. But yeah, I don't know. Nothing crazy. Just small stuff. Also, I'm if any of y'all need to like bail after who rated me again? I forgot. Theracus's stream. I am okay, you know, I'm totally okay with that. Honestly. I'm totally okay with that. You know, I usually just kind of talk about, like, videos that, like, people, like, submit in my Discord, and then we just chat about it, you know. This one was like a dude that's been living in China for about 13 years, and he's just kind of, I mean, he's showing a lot of the typical.
Zooble's voice actor is also furry.
Zooble's voice actor is also a furry. That makes sense. I don't know.
Kiwo.
Hi. Wow, that went deep as hell. Hi, Deku. How you doing? How is work? How is errands? How's your day in general? Hope it's doing well for you. Yeah. So. I don't know. I mainly draw most of the time and talk about, like, these animatics, typically. And essentially, I don't know. So far, this guy is talking about, like, just how's life is in China, but he's just kind of talking about the shit that, like, that Westerners say about China. Rather than just being, like, here's what I do on my daily in China. So it's just kind of... It's not been that interesting, honestly. He's just kind of been, like I said, I mean, I bet he's happy there, but, like, I would kind of like to know more about, like, what your day-to-day life is there, rather than being, Anyway, I'd rather, you know, oh yeah, and by the way, I changed my text-to-speech thing to the Clippy voice, so fair warning on that as well. You know, what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. I don't remember. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. The guy just... I just kind of wish he would actually say something a little bit more of note, but I don't know. I'll give this like 2 more minutes, but I might skip it. Well, so the guy is basically like basically talking about being like, oh, here's me about to be talking about a video about my life in China, right? And how it's been living in China for the past 13 years of me living here, right? But so far, he's just been talking about people in the comments that have been shitting on him for living
That the voice was different, not at all.
for living in China, right? Like, that's the thing is, right? Like, he, what do you call it? Well, yeah, no, totally. It's definitely different. I put Clippy in this instead. No, what was I gonna say? Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I just kind of wish he would talk more about, like, his life there.
He's pulling a Benson Boone.
A Benson Boone? What the hell's who's Benson Boone? Well, like, yeah, I kind of wish he would just talk about it, right? You know, I kind of wish he would show us what he does on his day-to-day life, right? That would be interesting. Like, right? Like, am I wrong? Like, he's focusing too much on the people that hate on him for that shit, rather than being like, whatever, I live happy here, and here's how I do it, right? Like, I don't know.
Stupid singer. He made an entire album based off his hate shit.
Ah, I see. Was it any good? I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm like, it's like, China's a very advanced society. I don't know much about it, but it's okay to be like I said, it's okay to be happy with your life there. But again, just kind of show us
Not my
if
music taste, but it was popular.
it's like kind of show us, like, rather than telling us like what other people are saying about China, just show us. Show us what's the great thing about it, right? I mean, he's showing all these landscapes and stuff, but he's still talking about the haters. And I'm like, kind of, I know I'm sitting here like just, blatantly. Okay, hold on. Let's skip a little bit ahead, right? Let's skip to like 5 minutes. If he's just going to keep talking about the hate, let's see. Okay, here we go. Hold on.
They opened their borders by
Uh-huh.
visa-free travel to citizens of many countries. China invited the world to experience its reality firsthand, allowing
Uh-huh.
us to see the country's development.
Okay, but can I find out? This whole thing's supposed to be about your day-to-day life, right? Like, can you just show us that?
It's called MR Electric Blue. I'd recommend to not listen to his music.
I
It's
gotcha.
garbage in my opinion.
I gotcha.
In its achievements and its openness to genuine, unfiltered engagement with the global community.
Uh-huh.
Instead of relying on words or media battles, China let its city.
That also had to be a tourist trap as well, right? The one where it shows like all the old style city landscapes, how China used to look. Just also still mind-blowing to me of like how much they've changed, advanced through the years like that. I mean, it went from World War II to like being the starting where they were in World War II, where it was all just fucking rubble, to the most advanced society in the world, which is pretty fucking, that is pretty
I'm doing beatboxing,
pretty
puppy.
wild. No, please don't.
Girl, we've been knowing how to draw.
Great, cool,
Boxing puppy.
Huh?
cool. Is anybody still here? Oh, okay.
Too late. MB.
You're good. I just don't want to scare away the current viewers. That's the problem is. I just don't like scaring away new people, I just want to make sure people just kind of don't freak out and get worried, get annoyed at me. Yeah, I don't know, man.
People and transformative growth speak for themselves, empowering travelers to witness the truth and form their own opinions. In doing so, China bypassed the biased middlemen of Western media, opting for a direct connection with the world that has proven to be.
Okay, can you show us that direct connection? Rather than just being like, oh yes, here's how they do, rather than just saying like, oh yes, they're doing everything great. I'm like, okay, cool. Can you show us, please? And I mean, I guess he is, right? He is showing the visuals, right, of everything that's going on. But I don't know, what is it like being a day-to-day citizen in China, right? What is it like being a day-to-day citizen there? Is it like, it's like, what do you usually do on your day-to-day life, right? Like, so far he's shown, like, oh yes, you can scan your face to go everywhere. And I'm like, that's not necessarily a good thing, right? Like, I don't think necessarily like Israel does that, you know? I don't know. Israel and Iraq and Iran do that, right? Like, I'm like, and that's not, and it's kind of used for bad purposes. So I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing, you know? I kind of want to see something other than, like, the creepy dystopian-ass technology where, like, they spy on you all the time and double-check, like, you know, corporate companies are trying to, like, sell you shit 24/7, right? Like, I don't get it.
Far more persuasive and impactful. But still, even after all that, you still get people who, they just won't listen. They're stuck
Kohler, have
in
you
their
played
ways
GeoGuessr?
and basically...
It's a fun game that would be fun to watch on stream.
GeoGuessr? I'm not very good on my geography. My geography sucks, so I wouldn't be able to find places, believe me. It would be probably a fun game to watch, like, if it was somebody that was good at it.
Me neither.
But I'm bad at geography, so probably not. I could probably do it next stream and see if people are interested. But, like, I doubt that it will be anything interesting after that, you know? But we'll see.
They're just, they're too far gone. They're a lost cause.
Like I said, I'll try it next stream. Just remind me, please, as well, because I'll completely forget. So.
In China, there's a saying.
Yeah, also, he talked about the fucking haters again, and I'm like, bro, just stop. Like, good lord. To, like, talk about fun shit. He's just walking around, too. Huh?
Which basically translates to, you can't wake someone up who's protected.
Okay, I don't care. Let's go. Okay.
For such a low
Here we go. Hold on.
for fish and chips. I get this little group of China haters whinging in the
Okay, anyway, go on.
Because, well, there was a lot to complain about. The streets were filthy, filled with rubbish. The underground, again, was filthy, late, slow, run down.
Wait, what is he talking about? Wait. No, I just skipped what he was talking about. What is he talking about? Hold on.
People liked the video, but definitely did get can't wake someone up.
Okay, hold on. Maybe I do need to listen to this. What is he talking about?
Ignorant people. It's really just better to ignore them. I literally get hundreds of comments a day from these people with their outdated, missing.
That's AI. That's just AI. That's not stock footage. All right. Anyway.
View of China. For example, I recently did a video about London. It wasn't even about China. It got quite a lot of views, 2 million views, almost 60,000 likes. The majority of people liked the video. But then I get this little group of China.
Well, if he's making videos about haters, then he's not ignoring them.
In this video,
yeah, exactly. And that's the problem.
Yeah, maybe I did complain a lot in that video, but the reason I did that was because, well, there was a lot to complain about. The streets were filthy, filled with rubbish. The underground, again, was filthy, late, slow, run down. The prices were insanely high for food. Same with the hotel, extortionate price for the room, £300 a night. For such a low standard, £32 for fish and chips. Everything was out of order, out of service. Chewing gum stuck all over the floor. Homeless people loitering around.
London also is basically the New York version of like the UK as well, so that's not really a fair comparison either. That's like if you go to, like, I don't know, I mean, where does he necessarily live in China? That's the difference, right? There's always, like, a New York version of every country, right? You know, I know that the UK is not necessarily, like, you know, like, amazing or anything like that, but again, like, everybody's got their own version of everything like that, right? You know, I'm like, you could probably go to, like, a pretty town in the UK that is just as advanced, right? Maybe, I don't know. Like I said, in the United States, not really, because it's all for profit, but, you know, But I don't know. Like I said, like you go to my state and it's very like, yes, is it full of like, is it like car town? Sure. But at the same time, public transit is getting better. Like,
Wait, British PPL exist? Sorry, I had to make that joke.
yeah, I know, you're good. Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. I'm totally sorry. You're right. It's totally a fictional imagination, right? Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing is, I mean, I live in the US, right? Like, but Arizona, specifically, my state, is not a bad state to live in, right? Like, is everything's a little high in price, right? But here's the thing is, we actually have people that adapt the inflation like correctly, right? It's a little behind, but nothing to a crazy level. The transportation is starting to become more public transit wise, it's getting a lot better. The what do you call it? The like car people like still can kind of afford, people can still afford cars here, to be honest, but people are kind of being a little greedy. I were in California. Well, I'm not in California. I'm in Arizona. So here's the thing is, so you want to see the opposite of what Arizona is? Go to Texas. Texas is the exact opposite of Arizona. Has highways everywhere. Their freaking infrastructure sucks dick, and like they have no public transportation. And getting to work and back is hell, right? We still have places that are hell to get to like certain locations, right? Our infrastructure is still pretty spread out, but here's the difference. We have things that are adaptive to the infrastructure. Yeah, well, that's the thing is, unlike Texas, we have things that are adaptive to the infrastructure, right? Unlike Texas
scares me.
Yeah, unlike Texas, the fucking home of Asmongold, unlike Texas, we actually have good, like, our infrastructure is spread out, yes, but we also have, but the thing is like, our public transportation is getting better to the level where it's fine if our infrastructure is that way, because you can go everywhere by public transit. In big cities, necessarily, right? There's still places that are more deserty, that are way more spread out, right? But again, it's still a developing state. Tucson is still pretty good from what I hear, right? Like, it's still a very car-centric state, but a lot of the cities are going in the right direction. Obviously, the rich cities aren't, because, there's places called, like, Paradise Valley, and freaking... Paradise Valley and freaking, what do I call it? Even Paradise Valley, even then, like, the only place that really doesn't have like really good public transportation is a place called Gilbert. It's a city in Arizona that is like rich old people, right? And teenagers that have and probably grifters now, let's be honest. It's full of like a lot of people that are not really the best people, but it's full of a lot of spoiled brats. I'll say that. I worked in Gilbert for like 8 years at a fucking Burger King. It was the worst experience of my life. I will never, ever work fast food again because of that. But everything in Arizona really does do well, but that is also because we have competent people running everything. Even if the country is going to shit, the state isn't, because of the simple fact that we have people that actually give a damn about where we live, right? And that's probably the same thing with China, let's be honest, but like, that's what I'm saying too. It's probably the same thing with the UK, right? There is probably an Arizona version of the UK, like Arizona version of like some state in the UK, right? Some piece of the UK that's just like Arizona here, right? The country sucks, but the state is fine. It's not amazing, but it's better than every other place, right? The rent is getting fucking eaten alive by California, but the difference is we also are not a huge fan of that. We didn't like, this place was like getting infected with racist people, right? Like, a lot of people were waving Confederate flags. We didn't like that shit, so we burned it. So we burned their flags and we destroyed their trucks. And lo and behold, they left. You know, like, and, you know, on top of it as well, we also gave Hispanic people a lot more opportunity here. So again, you know, lo and behold, we have a better state. You know, most of our state now is mostly Hispanic. The infrastructure isn't amazing, but it's a lot better than a lot of other places and actually is built for it, right? You know, like, and then on top of it as well, it's like,
Racism.
you know,
Idaho.
yeah, it's like, you know, not as much, not crazy amount of racism. Like, I mean, there probably are, but it's not like as bad as people think it
Double
is.
frowny face.
There are other issues though. Like, you know, like, don't get me wrong, it's not perfect either, right? You know, but yeah, let me say the good parts, right? Like, inflation is adjusted for like minimum wage and shit. Like, OSHA is always does pretty well here. Unfortunately, there is a thing with like since Orbfell and v. Hodges got rescinded, now the state is trying to do its best to try to trying its best to, like, you know, make sure that LGBTQ rights are actually protected still, which unfortunately due to the previous parades, I doubt that's gonna happen. But you know, but let me continue the good thing. Minimum wage is fine, is all right here. Not amazing, but it's trying, right? You know, they're doing their best with it. It's higher than most other states, so that's good. Or like a lot of other states, right? You know, then there's, you know, businesses there's a lot of corporate businesses around here, unfortunately, but it seems like state ones are also doing pretty decent. So luckily there's still fair competition. And then unfortunately, like I said, the car issue is a problem, but like I said, there's transportation for the people that don't have cars. And I don't know. And then the people here have been kind of like mixing in with other states. But yeah, you know, kicked out the racism, kept the economy trying to be as decent as possible. And
Christians saved the Pride Parade in my city. A church funded it cause they weren't gonna do it this year cause not enough fund.
Oof. Wow, a church, huh? Yeah, well, that makes sense. Now, if you said Catholics, on the other hand, yeah, I probably wouldn't believe you. Or Mormons. Yeah, you know, that's always been a problem. But, you know, I don't know. There's always like, oh yeah, and by the way, like, despite Mormons having fucking full-blown temples here, there's also there's not as many Mormons as people think. So, you know. And our education started out really awful, but it is getting better, you know. I think it's getting better, hopefully. I don't know, seeing that my niece is like really way more of a bookworm than anything just kind of shows that kids are a lot more educated than when I was a kid. So, that's good. I don't know. Things are getting better. Think Hod. Hi, how you doing, Linus? How's work? How's errands? How's your day in general? Hope it went well for you. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, shoot. Things are going okay, like, where I live, right? But that's kind of the problem as well. The one thing I'm kind of worried about. I mean, we have multiple military bases here, so I don't think it's going to entirely happen, you know? But I just hope that, you know, our current leaders don't just send a fucking military people here for no reason. That would be annoying, you know. But we're also not necessarily like, we're still a Republican state, but we're a Republican state that isn't like the typical stereotypical Republicans you think when you think Republican, right? You know, we're not like we don't have the people that are like sellouts, right? That's the difference, right? You know, we don't have like the Democrats that are like celebrity based where it's like, oh yeah, well, we gotta have a ton. We gotta sell out everything for celebrities and have these fucking rich people, like, you know, gotta have movies and shit, right? Hollywood stars, you know. And we also, and then we don't have the Republicans that are just like, you know, big oil, right? We don't have those people here. That's the difference. You know, do we have, we're like, they're trying, don't get me wrong. They tried with like Carrie Lake, it didn't work, but they tried, which like fucking terrified the shit out of me, you know. And then like freaking, you know, and then there's like 3 other people that are in other cities that are like trying to rescind LGBTQ plus rights right now. But like I said, it's like, you know, but even with that, you know, it's more like there's always a constant fight because people are being consistently sensible, you know. It's one of those things that people just, how do I say this? People just, it's better here. I don't know how to explain it. It just is. You know, like, I mean, we have a whole program that, like, what do I call it? We have a program here that, like, that has been built for a while that is using, that uses people's taxes to try, that is trying to make everybody have free universal health care. I'm not joking you. There is a program, like right now, there is something that exists that I have right now that makes my healthcare cheaper, right? That makes my health bills, that makes my medical bills cheaper.
Wait.
Yes, that makes my medical bills cheaper. Yes. It's not free yet, but it does make it cheaper. And that's the craziest thing, right? So for like, if I, like when I went to the clinic, I didn't have to pay a fee or anything like that. Because guess what? Because the whole fucking state is paying, like, well, not even the state, it's the city, right? Like, each city is paying for their fucking, for healthcare for even minimal shit like that, right? Like I said, it's nothing amazing, but it works, right? You know, and it's the general population. And that's the thing is, right? Like, that's the thing is, it is 1000% possible. And guess who the fuck decided to make that a possible thing? A fucking Republican. That's the difference. There is good shit that does happen if you actually, like, if, like, this is why I tell people to focus on state politics so much. Because it
and still my insurance can pay 81 cents for ointment.
Yes. It is 1000% possible to let these things exist if you have a society that is advancing naturally. That is the thing is, because you can't have a federal government handle an entire country full of 300 million people, but you reduce that down to city by city standards, and all of a sudden, it works. That's the best part about it. You know, it just works. You know, it's important to, like, it's important to pay attention to your state politicians because they actually do their job if you actually try to, like, if you actually pay attention to what they're doing. You know, is it the best thing? Sometimes not really, but again, that doesn't mean that it's necessarily the worst thing either, right? Like, it really can be a good thing. People just need to, what do you call it? People just need to think smaller sometimes, you know? Like, this is why, like, I always say, it's just like, fuck, you know, fuck even focusing on the president because he can't do anything on his own, right? Like, he can threaten as many people as he wants to, but again, you can't just do that shit by yourself without starting a civil war. And that's what we're in right now, you know? It's very much possible to, like, it is not completely dark, right? The world isn't just doomed, right? It isn't just doom and gloom, right? You know, isn't just doom and gloom by, like, by state, right? Or it's not doom and gloom for the entire country, right? You know, you just have to get the right people in the right positions. You know, you have to, and unfortunately, as much as people hate me saying this shit, the boring people are the ones that actually do things. absolutely sucks. I get it. It's boring. It sucks. It's awful. These guys, like, are the most uninteresting people on the fucking planet.
WW3 already happened. Roblox CEO and Schlep. So WW4.
I guess, sure. Hi, how you doing, A2? How's work? How's errands? How's your day in general? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, man. It is 1000% possible to make hopeful things, right? I know people hate when I talk about fucking politics, but, like, there is good things that can happen, right? It's like, it doesn't mean that, like, it doesn't, like, I don't know, man. It's just, it's one of those things where things have to split up into states, right? The main reason why we don't is because the thing is like, we don't want to do the same thing that China did, where, like, China, if you've seen China's history, every time they've broken up into a million pieces, a bunch of freaking, like, they've always been raided, you know, they always got raided and they always got, like, killed off, right? You know, and, like, demolished, right? So that's the thing is, right? We don't want that to happen necessarily, but, you know, that doesn't mean that states themselves can't do everything, right? I don't know. Now, don't get me wrong, I think we still get a bit of federal funding from the country, unfortunately, but, you know, that's kind of the point, you know. We kind of also are smart about how we do this. We also know how to trick the federal government into making sure we actually, you know, we know how to trick the federal government into making sure that, like, that we can put funding into something that actually helps, you know, like water supply or some shit, right? You know, it's just true. We're just better at a lot of stuff, you know. I don't know. I don't know. I probably just made a lot of people from Twitch leave, but I had to at least bring up, like, the positive side to the world, right? You know, I had to at least bring up the positive side to, like, to what, like, politics can be, right? There is a good side to it. People don't think so, but there is a good side, you know? It's not all just bad, you know?
Nobody left. So wholesome.
Yeah. Well, yeah, honestly. I don't know. That's how I've always been. That's just how the state has been, you know? And I want to continue that legacy, right? I want to continue making sure people are okay, you know? I want to continue, like, trying to make things better, right? Like, it's just, the previous generations have done it, and now it's my turn, you know? But now I sound like a broken record, I get it, but, you know. I don't know. I know that's probably, like, a lot of people love hearing, like, I know a lot of people are probably needed that as well with freaking politics, considering everybody likes to talk about doom and gloom and shit, but, you know, there really is an easy way to change everything. It's just, it's not easy when everybody has not much time themselves, right? It's hard. It really is, right? Like, it's really hard to find time for that shit. But unfortunately, there's always time you have to sacrifice as well, right? You know, it sucks, but luckily we still live in a country where it is possible where if you end up, like, having to vote for something, you are, like, your work is not allowed to hold you back. It's not allowed to legally...
Politics is mainly bad, but I mean life is bad too. Especially with the economy, but I mean everyone's trying to make things better.
Yeah, well, I mean, 62% of the planet, or 62% planet, 62% of the United States lives paycheck to paycheck, you know. So it's, you're not alone either. And that's the thing is, too, you know, that's also another thing. You're not alone. You know, a lot of people are facing this together, right? You know, and even then, like I said, that's also not counting the lower middle class that makes it up to 76%, right? You know, it's like, therefore only about 15% are the people that really aren't that, like, aren't that way, right? You know, unfortunately, like, I don't know, man. It's like, it's just, it's gonna get to the level where people are gonna not be looking at parties anymore and be recognizing that it's just people. It's the states that you live in, right? It's the state you live in, not the party you're in. Because ironically, here is just like that, right? There's a mix of Democrats and Republicans, and both do their job very well. Like I said, there's like I said, 3 that don't, but again, it's kind of, oopsie daisy. We're gonna change that in the future elections, right? I don't know. Like recently, I know I keep talking about politics, but this will be the last thing, I promise. Like recently, there's a whole thing right now that's there's a prop right now, like that essentially is a bill, or is like a thing where it's like, hey, do you want to raise the wages of state council members and the mayors? And I think that's like a citywide thing. I don't think that's like a statewide thing, but like, what do I call it? And it's interesting because that also just made me completely recognize something. Our state politicians aren't paid by corporations. I'm going to repeat that one more time. Our state politicians aren't paid by giant corporations. They're paid by us, the people, which is very interesting. To be honest, there are some things that I did not know about that, and the 3 guys that don't do very well are the people that are not, all too, like that much, and people that have done bad things, they are paid by corporations. So here's the funny thing is, it kind of adds a weird solution to everything. If the people, use their taxes to pay for politicians to keep them and their family alive, keep them and their family stable, they won't ever have a need to get, to jump, or for there will never be a corporate millionaire that will jump in that people will ever vote for. Sounds crazy, and it sounds like, that is what happened a few times, right? But that's kind of the reason why. Because politicians weren't really paid in the first place. So millionaires that had billions of dollars and had shitloads of corporate companies and stock and things, and a bunch of things, just ended up becoming politicians because they're the only people that could afford it. But our state straight up just has the power to either take away or give money to people, or give our politicians a raise. And again, it's always good trying to look at the people that are in the seats, right? It's like, do they have a family? Sure. Yeah, of course. It's like, yeah, we'll totally raise it. It's like, do they, are they a person that's in a really important position and doing a good job? Sure. Yeah. Why not? Right? So good behavior results in good results, right? And that's the thing is, it's just, you have to be smart enough to do it, right? You have to be smart enough to show people, hey, this is not a bad thing. God damn it, I keep doing that shit. Hold on. I don't know how to actually make this, damn it. I don't know how to make this, better. I don't know. I get it, politics it's mainly bad, but yeah, no. I mean, yeah, it's just, it's always been this messy thing, but it doesn't have to be, It doesn't. It really, really doesn't. So, but, yeah. Doesn't mean that sometimes people have to jump in to deal with fucking Confederates, though. I'm still very much very American, though. Like, I still really hate, like, I really, really, really hate fucking Nazis and Confederates, you know. I really don't like them. But the state I live in completely agrees. We do, like I said, it doesn't, sorry, one more, sorry, I know I keep saying one more thing, but I promise. The last thing I do have to say, unfortunately, it also doesn't come with its hiccups as well, right? Unfortunately, racism still is a problem here. Not with white people against Hispanic people, because a lot of people here are Hispanic, but it's Hispanic people and Native Americans, unfortunately. Sounds crazy, and I know people really don't seem to notice that, but yes, Native Americans and Hispanic people don't really like each other that much here, which is interesting. Racism still exists, just with different races this time. It's crazy, huh? It's wild. Like, it's absolutely wild when, like, white people aren't the population, because now there's a whole different group of people that people, like, with people that hate each other now. It's absolutely nuts. You know, it's so weird to see that shit, but it's true, you know. So. But, sorry, that's the only bad news I'll give. I apologize. I had to, like, bring up something real quick. So. It's crazy. I don't know. I've always wondered. Not wondered, it's interesting. You know. Humanity is an interesting thing, right? We get into a lot of things, but I don't know. Who knows? Humanity is unpredictable, and it's always been. You know. It's okay to have that. It's okay. That's just how humanity is, unfortunately. Honestly, kind of glad that we're not the most advanced country on the planet anymore, considering a lot of things we've done, but, you know. Definitely have some good lives that we can live. Hope people have left. Okay.
If you're friends with a communist and they have a 27x40 poster of the USSR in their room, that's a big red flag.
That's a pretty good joke. You got me there. That's pretty funny. Good one. We'll end it on that joke, because that was pretty funny. Who the frick is June? Who the heck is June? Juan? Not June. Juan. Good lord, wow. Poor guy. I just missed. Oh my god, they exploded since last time. Okay, let me give someone else a chance. Hold on. I know y'all are probably gonna bail after I end stream, but I just want to see if I can give someone else a chance. This whole thing. 18 plus. What's this one? Oh my god, this person is doing a Scarlet Violet run collecting all Pokemon. Oh my god. Okay, are they actually... Hold on. Are they actually talking, though? There ain't no way they're not talking. Hold on. One sec. There ain't no way, dude. Hold on. One sec. I just gotta see if this person is, like, talks at all. Are they gonna talk, or... Doesn't look like it. Nah, they're not gonna. Damn, that would have been so interesting, though. Balls. Alright. Oh, he's grinding. Never mind. He's in a regular queue. Never mind, he's on a grind thing. Okay. Okay. Let's go back. Okay. Let's go here. Anybody... Sorry, I'm like trying to see... Silk Song. Oh, interesting. Oh yeah, the DLC. Right. The DLC for frickin' for Hollow Knight. Oh yeah, okay. Sure, yeah, let's raid this person. How the fuck does this person have ads already? What the hell? This person's a Twitch partner and they only have 63 followers? God damn, this person must be really likable. Alright, sure, yeah. Let's do it. Why not? May as well. Hold on, sorry. I think everybody left, but we'll see. Yeah, let's go raid them, shall we? Not road. Raid. Yes, I'm gonna road them, sure. Just drive up the car. Pull up the fucking... Just like ram their asses. Hi, friend. Car crash. It's like a giant...
Oh yeah, hit that button.
Hit that button. Yeah. Alrighty. They have a little VTuber model, so I know they'll probably talk, so it's fine. And yeah, okay, everybody's in there. Let's raid. Let's go. Alright. Well, goodbye, YouTube. Goodbye, Twitch.